Shining
We're not
Wizards.
live.
We weren't even live, dude.
We weren't live? I thought we were
No.
live. What the fuck are we doing?
Jesus Christ.
You're crying like nobody's here on time, all these problems. I thought you fucking started. I thought you were bringing misery to the show already, which you kind of are, holding your head. It's all right, Matt. We'll get through it, brother. It'll be all right.
I can't do this again this week. I really can't.
You leaving already? We just started.
I don't have it in me this week.
You just hit the button.
Do you
I
want
know.
it? Yeah.
I'm just letting you know I don't have it in me this week.
Well, if the show's only 20 minutes tonight, I wouldn't be upset with that.
Don't have the patience today.
I'm prepared. I did my writing.
Good. I'm excited for your writing.
You
Me
better
too.
be. Sorry, take a breath. Come on, namaste. Get your chanklas and your chakras and all that shit in line.
Serenity now.
Get yourself a Sherpa to take you through everything. There you go.
And then a warrior position. And
Fuck yeah, dude. Come on. Bring them thumbs and index fingers together.
Good.
Take
thanks.
it back.
take the bridge. If you don't know what the glutes are, it's your butt.
Your DDP knowledge is impressive, handsome Kevin.
Thanks, Beb.
Do you know what MSM stands for? You know what he says, drop those hips, MSM?
Oh.
Stands for most sexy male.
All right.
Apparently in the early days of YRG, it was very male centric. He kind of shies away from all the terminology now.
Interesting.
Yeah, you got to find the really, really old YRG videos to get a flavor of what it used to be like.
Because it was yoga for guys.
Regular guys, dude.
There we go. I got that done.
Oh, nice. Good. MSM. Fantastic.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We got a bunch we're gonna talk about tonight, right? We're gonna talk the wrestling. There was a Japanese and NJPW pay-per-view. We got new title belts. We got the Crockett Cup still thing, 2023.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Can we make one promise tonight, please?
What's that?
Can we not talk about the fucking XPW, please?
People look forward to it.
No
You just
promises.
did.
They
Do
tune
they?
in numbers for XPW talk. Was there a
No,
show
but-
at the Hart Ballroom?
No, we're not even going there. I think their next show is in California. We're not going down the XPW rabbit hole. It's wasted valuable time.
Oh, whoa.
No.
Come on, Matt. A little chakra and yeah.
What is a chakra?
I don't know. I always hear them. Alicia Fox used to say that shit all the time. She needs her chakra.
Sakura.
We're gonna try a new bit tonight, so that should be fun. The excitement is through the roof on
But
this.
what do you want me to do? You want me to start whacking my bag? Like, I don't know what the reaction was supposed to be to that.
Tony,
Yep.
what's doing a Die Hard?
Doing a Die Hard, motherfucker. It's a Rick and Morty thing. People
Matt
would
said
look-
it meant you were walking through glass.
The people who know.
And the people who don't are completely left out.
Good. Fuck them. All that and more next on the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, episode number 640.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
Hey, this is Buff Bagwell, and you're listening to the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. And I mean podcast. And if you're not buff and you're not the stuff and the girls can't get enough, you better be checking this out. Remember, I'm buff and always will be the stuff. Check it out.
What's up, fuckers?
From the motherfucking Shining Wizards.
Grab his dick and twist it! Dummy, yeah.
No. Fuck no.
You cocksucker!
Well,
Shining Wizards rule the world.
You are tuned in live to episode number 640 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, coming to you live on social media and going with you wherever you go in every podcasting and streaming platform. There's 4 handsome guys here. I know I'm always stealing somebody's gimmick, but look, we all look good tonight. And when we look good, it's time to get into that wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Tony!
Matt.
handsome Kevin.
You gotta stop with the finger with the thing. KJ.
Nope. I'm giving the people the points so they know where to go. I'm not stealing your gimmick, bro.
not
Relax.
you. I'm talking to Kevin.
I did one thumb to myself. What the fuck do you want me to? I wasn't doing.
Neither was I.
It's me.
Neither was I.
It's me.
This is my thing, man.
Just one thumb. Just one thumb. Do the pinky from now on. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, do a Dr. Evil.
Do handsome Kevin.
Handsome Kevin.
Everyone's stealing everyone else's gimmick.
I thought we just are one conglomerated gimmick.
I thought so
we
too.
were.
I didn't think that one single thumb could upset
I
somebody
thought
so much,
something
man.
like this is more like
Like a
a
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like a or like a hang loose,
a little
Not
shaka
right.
shaka bra.
like a
Not
shaka
right.
bra.
Yeah,
or
do the Kona Crush.
I don't want to
maybe
do
a
Kona
little
Crush.
too sweet, or
Yeah,
Maybe a
Kona
little-
Crush.
Maybe I'll
Kona
do
Crush.
maybe I'll do the Matt thing from now on. Handsome Kevin.
Yeah. Do the math thing and check out 2 minutes into the show.
The
Handsome
Matt
Kevin.
thing is gonna be when he fucking hangs himself in front of the fucking YouTube audience.
Oh, don't do that. That's not even funny.
Holy shit!
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hey, in fairness, I heard there was some good wrestling this weekend as opposed to last weekend.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I mean, NWA aside.
Oh, it's
No, there
was
were
not.
118 matches. They didn't have one hit.
The first 4 pages of notes are all results, and 2 of them are the fucking Crockett Cup. I know that there's people that have been on this show and that we know personally that were there. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
What? There was fucking 20 matches night one. 20.
This is like WCW 2001 Titanic. Like
It's-
that kind of thing.
And look, I've said it. There's people that are part of the NWA that have gotten worlds better that I enjoy watching. But by and large, I can't invest in the product anymore, man. I just can't do it. I want Camille to get out and be something bigger.
She will. That
I-
that's like out of everyone there, she's gonna be the one that makes it somewhere else.
I mean,
Yeah, she keeps telling people Billy's wrong about Tyrus. She'll be out on her fucking ass.
oh, she's really doing that?
She did an interview and she was like, I don't think it's fair that he says, like, you know, the politics and having the belt on TV is what gets people to tune in. She's like, I've been busting my ass for years.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. Kenzie Page, another one. She's going to be a huge star in another year or two.
I think she lost. Like
Yeah,
DQ to Ruthie J.
Yeah, I don't know who the.
I don't know.
Oh, I
I
know
think-
who that is. She wrestled Camille a few weeks ago. They actually had a decent match.
I didn't
from what
make
I
it.
recall.
Didn't make it to page 128 of the notes yet. I didn't see that.
So I'm going through the card here, and I'm just looking at people that I think will have a future. I think Tom Latimer obviously is going to be something at some point somewhere
he's-
else.
Got to stay out of XPW.
Oh God! Oh God!
I mean, he didn't show up last week, so
She said, "Fuck all y'all."
Let's see. I think Chris Adonis gets one more run somewhere big.
Oh, he's been one of the bright spots of that entire company. Honestly,
Yeah.
him, Through
And
Billy
that's-
Silas actually has come into his own. AJ Kazana, the country gentleman. There's good, and dude, I even like Blunt Force Trauma, but everything else that's going on there, dude, it's like, nope.
Wait, I thought Colby Carino signed with WWE.
No, he was supposed to sign. Some shit happened, and then it turns out he didn't sign, and they changed their mind. I don't know. Something happened there where he didn't sign with them.
What do you think it was? Do you know what it was?
I don't think it was anything serious. Like, I don't think it was anything that he did. It was just kind of like things just didn't fall into place, and he didn't sign.
Weird.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was nothing like nefarious where WWE like screwed him over or he screwed them over. I'm sure he'll get his shot. Colby Carino's he's hella talented.
Interesting.
I don't know,
Crazy
man.
Town, USA.
I don't know. Well, your new Crockett Cup champions are the always teaming Trevor Murdoch and Mike Knox.
Well, I mean, let's not take away from the over the top, Tony.
Oh, well, I mean, we were talking NWA.
Can I ask? Did anyone actually watch this?
No.
I watched more than enough bad wrestling last week. I wasn't paying fucking $50 for this.
They got rid of the gimmick, bro. If they still had the gimmick, I would have kept it. I'm not paying a la carte now for NWA pay-per-views, given the conditions.
The show costs $50.
You got the package. You got both nights.
I love the package.
Well, if you break it down, though, you're only playing like, a quarter a match. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. Best bang for your buck in the business, I guess.
I'll give you a bang for your buck.
12 cents per hold.
Dude, I pulled up the card on Saturday and I was like, there's no fucking shot we're picking this. Like, I was entertaining it like throughout the week, and I was like, let me just wait and see when they announce the what matches are when. And then I opened up the Wikipedia, and Saturday had 20 fucking matches.
So I almost campaigned for us to pick this just so I could gain a little bit more ground.
Yeah, but I think even when we picked it last year, we only wound up picking the final four. Like, we waited for night 2, and then we picked those 3 matches.
This is fucking batshit stupid.
So in total, there were 35 matches over the 2 nights.
That's just insane.
Bro, the pre-show for night 1 had 9 matches on it.
Wait a minute, so there were 29 matches?
The fuck?
Did I read that wrong? Were there 29?
Yo, Matt, we're not including this in Over the Top. We can't. This will be as long as the show.
I want Matt to read the NWA for this one.
I will gladly read the NWA for this one.
Well, then what the fuck are we waiting for? Woo!
On Monday Night Raw, Pew Pew defeated The Miz, and Ashur defeated Javier Bernal and Kevin Ventura Cortez. Imperium defeats Alpha Academy. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defeats Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. And Damage Control. I don't know. I might have read that wrong. It's all right. I'm still moving. Dolph Ziggler defeated and JD McDonough went to a double countout. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Bronson Reed, AJ Styles, and Seth Rollins defeat the Judgment Day. On SmackDown, Austin Theory and Pretty Deadly defeat the Brawling Brutes. The OC defeat Hit Row. Zelina Vega defeats Lacey Evans, and LA Knight defeats Montez Ford. On NXT, Gigi Dolan defeats JC Jane. Tyler Bate and Wes Lee defeats the Dyad. Joe Coffey defeats Channing Lorenzo. Cora Jade defeats Ivy Nile, and Carmelo Hayes defeats Noam Dar. Tony, take me over the top.
Had some requests, so I'm bringing it back. Butch Reed has more Meltzer-rated 5-star matches than Kurt Angle. Oh, it's true. It's true.
Can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you at least tell me the match now?
Oh God, I'll pull it up very fast.
I'm very interested to see a 5-star Butch Reed match.
April 7th, 1982. It was for Championship Wrestling from Florida. Ric Flair versus Butch Reed at a Miami Beach show, whatever the fuck that is.
So Ric Flair got the 5 stars, and Butch Reed was just kind of hanging out.
No, Butch Reed was responsible for 2.5 of those 5.
Nice. Right down the middle. I like that. Well, over on AEW Dynamite, the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio, Mox, and Wheeler defeated the team of Bandito and the Lucha Brothers. Swerve Strickland won a 3-way dance against Big Bill and Trent Beretta. Skateboard Kid and Pockets defeated the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toe Leone. Your AEW TBS title was defended by the new champion Chris Statlander against Nyla Rose. And in a mixed tag team match, Adam Cole and Britt Baker, DMD, defeated Chris Jericho and Saraya. Over on Rampage, Championship Friday.
Woo!
The AAA Mega Title 3-way dance. El Hijo de Vikingo defeated Dralistico and Commander. The New Japan World Television title was defended as Zack Sabre defeated Action Andretti. The New Japan Strong Women's title was defended as Willow Nightingale beat Emi Sakura. And the Ring of Honor Pure title was successfully defended as Katsura Shibata defeated Lee Moriarty. Tony, take us over the top.
Not one AEW title defended, I guess. If I were a female wrestler and my gimmick was to obtain government secrets in the Midwest, my name would probably be Dakota Spy.
Alrighty.
I thought over the top was you were going to give facts, not write shitty jokes.
That's a fact, bro.
It's not a fact.
That's
Dakota Spy? That's fantastic.
No, that's hilarious. That's one of those if you know things, Tony, and I think we might be the only ones that know.
Speaking of Ring of Honor, where apparently they blew their load on Friday and
Whoa!
not to have any matches of import on this show. No disrespect. The Kingdom defeated the Infantry. Sky Blue defeats Trish Adora. Stu Grayson and the Righteous defeat the Dark Order. Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, and John Silver. Matt, let's put a pin in that and come back to that for a second. Diamante defeats Promise Braxton. Brian Cage with Prince Nana defeats Willie Mack. New Japan World Television title match. Oh, hey, there it is. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Rocky Romero. Action Andretti and Darius Martin defeat the Workhorsemen, Anthony Hendry and J.D. Drake. Kip Sabian alongside the Butcher and the Blade defeat Bryce Saturn, Jacob Austin Young, and Shogun, and there's more. Bandito, El Hijo del Vikingo, and Commander defeated the Spanish Announce Project, and Helico, Serpentico, and Jack Cartwheel alongside Luther. ROH Pure title match. Shibata defeats Alex Coughlin, who I'm sure we'll talk about later on. ROH Women's World title match. Athena defeats Kiera Hogan. Tony, take us over the top.
The late Queen Elizabeth II was a trained mechanic. She learned the trade while in the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service, although some might have been mistaken when they heard she could lube a crankshaft like no one's business.
Oh, boy. Okay, we're keeping things right here with the KJG for Impact Wrestling. Eddie Edwards with Alicia Edwards defeats Yuya Uemura. Jay Christ and Sami Callihan, collectively known as OVE, defeats Decay, Black Taurus Hogan, and Crazy Steve. Trinity defeats Savannah Evans. Jody Threat defeats Danny Luna. And the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, defeat Subculture, Flash Morgan Webster, and Mark Andrews. Tony, for one more time for me, take me over the top.
People used to believe that kissing a donkey could relieve a toothache. I never had problems with my teeth. I kiss a lot of ass.
That was pretty good.
I'm gonna head and do a little New Japan here quick before I do. This is Brennan says if Tony wasn't introverted, he'd be the guy. Well played.
Fucking hey, dude.
All right. New Japan Dominion. Will Ospreay defeats Lance Archer. Los Ingobernables.
All right. There we go.
I'm too into the joke now. Defeated just Five Guys. Where are we at here? Catch 22 defeats Intergalactic Jet Setters. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Jeff Cobb. Bishamon defeated the House of Torture, and United Empire David Finlay defeats El Phantasmo. Hiromu Takahashi defeats Master Wato. Chaos and Hiroshi Tanahashi defeat the Blackpool Combat Club. Sonata. What the fuck? Sonata with a whole host of people defeated Yoda Tsuji. I don't know how to say that name, but I'm too far fucking gone.
You got it.
Tony, fucking take me as far as you can. Over the top.
I'm sticking with this one. If I were a female wrestler and I moved quietly through the shadows, my name would probably be Dakota Sly.
All right, let's go to MLW Fusion. This will be short and sweet. If I was a younger man and a female wrestler, I would be called Dakota Spry. La Rebellion defeat Abismo Negro and Taurus Hogan. El Hijo del Vikingo, Psycho Clown, and Ray Horace Hogan defeat John Hennigan and Sam Adonis. Tony, I don't know if you have one for this because I don't know how many you have left in the tank, but if you do have one, you'd be Dakota Spry. Take us over the top.
If I was a female wrestler and I questioned everything that I came across, my name would be Dakota Watt.
I'm laughing so hard right now they might call me Dakota High.
You're making me Dakota cry.
We were talking about Back to the Future before the show. You might be Dakota McFly.
Was that it?
No, you wanted me to do the fucking Crockett Cup. So here you fucking go, people. Settle in. Grab yourself a fucking sarsaparilla. Here we go.
I may not make it through this. I'll be Dakota Die.
Do it. There's a ton of great ones.
Tony, do me a favor. Dakota Try.
Matt, don't give me the results of all the matches. I want you to fib on a few of them so I can beat Dakota Lie.
Do you have enough for me to break it up into nights 1 and 2, or you want it all at once?
No, you can break it up. Whatever. We're good.
All right. Crockett Cup, night 1. Here we go. Psycho Boy Fodder and Flip Gordon beat fucking Danny Moff and Sean Donovan.
That's a shame.
The SVGS Blake Troop and Jax Dane defeated TNT, Terrell and Terrence Hughes. Oh, this is a fucking gem. The Brothers of Funstruction, Yabo and Ruffo the Clown defeated the Fixers. Triple A's Toxin and Arez defeated the Heat Seekers, Elliot Russell and Matt Sigmund. I could just be making up these names, to be honest with you. The Immortals, Kratos and Odinson defeated Magic Mike Dumas and Brian Brock. The Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum defeated Idolmania Sports Management, Scion and Jordan Clearwater. Blunt Force Trauma then defeated the Outrunners. I guess we had first and second round matches night 1. The Immortals defeated the Country Gentlemen, AJ Kazarian and Anthony Andrews. They're the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. There was a qualifying match for the World Junior Heavyweight Championship Scramble. Joe Alonzo defeated Alex Taylor. Back to the Crockett Cup. The Mortons, Ricky and Carrie, defeated Toxin and Arez. The Brothers of Funstruction, that's right, Yabo and Ruffo the Clown, defeated a cut above Tom Lattimore and Rhett Titus. It's a real thing, people. I hope you got your money's worth. Triple A's Gintis Del Air, Miz Tez Jr. and Octagon Jr. defeated SVGS. A hardcore tag team war. Ruthie J, Samantha Starr, and M95, that's Maddie Renkowski and Misa Kate, defeated Pretty Empowered, which is now a foursome. Ella Envy, Kenzie Page, Kylie Page, and Roxy. Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch defeated Magnum Muscle, Dax Draper, and Mims. The Midnight Riders, Tyrus and Krish Adonis, defeated Judias and Max the Impaler. The NWA National Heavyweight Champion EC3 defeated Thrillbilly Silas Mason. And your last Crockett Cup match of night one, La Rebellion defeated Psycho Boy Fodder and Flip Gordon. Tony, take it over the top.
If I were a female wrestler and my gimmick was I was nosy into everyone else's business, you could call me Dakota Pry.
Kate's got a couple good ones. It's right here.
Bring him in. Why not? Kate's great.
Wait, nope. I got nothing. Can't figure it out.
I got you.
The McDonald's one. The McDonald's one was good.
Well, there's a ton of good ones. Mac, why don't you get through the rest of that, and maybe
yeah.
I'll go eat some Dakota pie, and then we'll go back to the rest.
Well, if you were at McDonald's, according to Kate, it'd be Dakota Fry. Or putting me over makes Tony my favorite Dakota guy. Thank you, Kate.
She went with a towel and Dakota Dry, and I was thinking something completely different, so I'm going to leave that one alone.
Yeah, I had that in my head too. I was trying to work it out, but it wasn't there yet.
Yeah, you got to be quick with these now, apparently.
Well, let's be quick with night two of the Crockett Cup. The NWA United States Tag Team Title Gauntlet match was won by the current champions, the Country Gentlemen, AZ Kazarian and Anthony Andrews. They beat the likes of Magnum Muscle, The Now, The Fixers, Daisy Kill and Talos, TNT, The Spectaculars, SVGS, and Los Vipers. Silas Mason defeated Danny Moff. The NWA World Women's Tag Team titles were defended as M95, Maddie and Misa Kate defeated Angelina Love and Max the Impaler. The NWA World Television title was defended as Ruthie J beat the champion by disqualification. Los Gentes del Air, Miss Tez Jr. and Octagon Jr. defeated the Brothers of Funstruction, Rufo the Clown and Yabo the Clown. Oh, this time the folk we did wasn't just Rufo and Yabo the Clown. We got Rufo the Clown and Yabo the Clown. In a quarterfinals match, Knox and Murdoch defeated the Mortons. The Midnight Riders in another quarterfinal match, Chris Adonis and Tyrus beat the Immortals, Kratos and Odinson. In another quarterfinal match, holy guacamole, Blunt Force Trauma defeated La Rebellion. The NWA National Heavyweight Champion EC3 was successful against Tom Lattimore. In the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Title #1 contender 7-man scramble match, Colby Carino, we just lost like 6 viewers. Colby Carino defeated Eric Jackson, Flip Gordon, Gags the Gimp, Jaron Fulton, Joe Alonzo, and PJ Hawks. Blunt Force Trauma in the semifinals defeated Los Gentes de la Herrera. That's Ms. Tez Jr. and Octagon Jr. Knox and Murdoch in the other semifinals defeat the Midnight Riders, Chris Adonis and Tyrus. In an unsanctioned match, a masked man defeated Scion. The NWA Women's World Title, Camille defeated Natalia Markova. And in the Crockett Cup Finals, Knox and Murdoch defeated Blunt Force Trauma to become the 2023 Crockett Cup champions. Tony, take it over the top.
A whale's penis is called a dork. Ironically, so are wrestling fans. There's no question, however, as to which one is more likely to get sucked off. I like that over the top. We had audience participation. We brought back some favorites. It was good times.
That certainly was over the top.
We brought back some favorites. What
we brought Kurt Angle, bro. We made fun of the wrestling fans again to finish it off. Come on.
Wait, Kurt Angle, where?
The first one, Butch Reed, 5-star match. Tony,
Oh.
tell me the match.
Oh, you call that the Kurt Angle? I thought you called. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Kurt Angle, bro.
It feels like such a long time ago since I read those. Fucking
Ironically, that match, Ric Flair versus Butch Reed, first ever Meltzer 5-star match.
Matt, that was episode 526.
holy shit!
When,
I started night 2. There were 10 people watching. I looked up. There were 3. I'm only talking about it. I don't know how they're doing any business. Are people watching it? I'd love to see if people bought this piece of shit.
Probably not. You'll never find out. Who the hell's gonna run those numbers? Who's gonna put those numbers out there?
It's also a fair question.
Like,
I would
why
like
would you?
somebody to admit that they bought it.
Ooh,
numbers.
Maybe you could lend a hand. Let us watch it. God bless you.
thank you.
You're very
It was
welcome.
a loud one too. Good thing I'm muted.
How you guys doing this fine June evening?
Fantastic.
I mean, as good as I can be. That I don't like the NWA or MLW anymore. I mean,
How does that make you feel inside, Tony?
it kind of hurts, bro. Like the NWA and MLW, they were my thing. Like there's I think it was Top 10 Wrestling, their YouTube channel, and the guy in charge over there actually puts out some good content. And one of the videos he put out, he wanted to revisit the fall of the NWA just to see, because like people were complaining like, the NWA is not as bad as you say, blah blah blah. He had his Amazon Echo device. I won't say the name because she's over there too. He had a random episode picked from season 1 and a random episode picked from the current season. And bro, it was like night and day. Like I missed the old NWA. I missed the studio. I missed the storylines. You know what the main event was? Colt Cabana beat James Storm for the national championship. That's how long ago that was, dude. What's his name? Tim Storm had just lost his rematch to Nick Aldis, and he was thinking about retiring. And Nick Aldis, of all people, comes out and tells him, "Don't retire. You've still got a lot of life. This is still your business." And he fucking went off and thought about it. It's like, ooh, so Nick Aldis beats Tim Storm, and yet he's telling him, "Don't give up, don't quit." Like it was wild shit, dude. It was great stuff.
So where do you think Billy Corgan got lost in all this? Is it because I think we've mentioned this before. Was it Lagana not being there anymore?
I think it was a double whammy. I think it was Lagana leaving. It might have been Cornette leaving, and then even to a lesser extent having Stu Bennett get replaced, because I think those guys brought credibility to the mic, and plus like Dave Marquez being there, being the interview guy, like at the podium, like it's not the same, man. Kyle Davis does a good job, but it's not the same, man. Like Dave Marquez, like it just felt different. Like he kind of felt like he was like he should have been there. You know what I mean? Like he fit that piece perfectly. So it was the loss. It was the loss of the studio with COVID. It was the loss of Lagana. Like I said, Cornette and then Stu Bennett leaving. And then shit just started to change. And we started getting more like silly gimmicks. Like the women's division was great. It was Allison Kay, Ashley Vox, Thunder Rosa was coming in, and she was tiny as shit, but she was tough as nails. Like there were so many great stories. Even the fucking Dawsons, dude. The fucking Dawsons, they were building those guys up. It was cool as shit.
It's almost like, but you can't really like say this about him because like this is what like usually say about wrestlers when they start like Marty Jannetty or somebody like that. They start saying crazy shit or doing crazy shit, like too many chair shots to the head. You can't say that about Billy Corgan, but yet it seems like his booking has like he's taken too many chair shots to the head.
Dude, Eli Drake was there. Ricky Starks was there. Zicky Dice got brought in. Like I fucking hated Zicky Dice. A couple weeks in, I was all in with Zicky Dice. He was amazing. During COVID, his match with the Pope, where he fucking lost the TV title, it was such great shit. Zicky Dice was on the microphone the whole time talking shit to Billy Corgan, talking shit to the Pope. It was fucking amazing. All gone.
How would you right the ship, or is the ship too far gone?
The talent's there.
Yeah, but losing all this was like a big fucking blow.
I don't think the Cardona injury hurt. I think putting that NWA title on him was smart, and then he got hurt, and I think that expedited the Tyrus stuff, and the Tyrus stuff is not. I still.
If he was a good wrestler, it wouldn't be bad, but he's the shits.
Right. When I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong, right? If you like, we're going to talk New Japan, like David Finlay, like a complete 180 on him for me, right? Ooh. And I will admit that I was wrong about David Finlay. I just see no good I see nothing good with Tyrus outside of the fact that I guess Billy Corgan gets a hard on when he sees him on fucking Fox News with the belt.
Tyrus is great on the mic. He's a great interview. He's got that gift. But his wrestling career is behind him, dude. He can't move anymore. You see him dropping elbows. Like there was one match he climbed to the second rope. I really fucking thought he hurt himself.
When could he move, Tony?
Oh, Funkasaurus, dude. Funkasaurus was amazing as a character, dude. When he was in the ring throwing guys around, talking shit like, should I get him? Here comes the suplex, like calling his spots real loud and shit.
Yeah,
I loved
100%. And even when he was like a second to Alberto Del Rio, like that was a good role for him too.
Yeah, tough guy. Tough
like,
guy.
Like limited, like don't go crazy in the ring. Just, someone's going to throw Del Rio over the rope and you're going to have to catch him, or you're going to have to take some Undertaker's dive or some shit like that. And so that was good. And then Funkasaurus was good for the time being. I mean, it was what it was. If it wasn't the greatest gimmick in the world, and it's not what we expected when they were hyping him up. But like now, like eventually, like the bloom, what is it? The bloom fell off the rose.
Yeah.
Is that the expression? And
Yeah.
then now, like he brings to me, he brings nothing to the table. He, like literally nothing. But he's on TV, and his action figure sold the most out of all the not stupid, but the bendy figures that the majors did. So like he has some sort of following somewhere. People do like this dude, like somewhere. So, I mean, Matt, I know you're like, I know.
No,
exactly
do
where
it.
you're
But
from.
like, look, I'm a figure collector, right? I don't love everybody in AEW, but when you put out a series, I have to have the whole fucking set. Like, let's make a figure of Tyrus and make it part of the Bendy set. Like, everyone's gonna fucking buy them, so they have the fucking set, right?
But it was the highest selling one, though.
That's because people want to probably fucking burn half of them.
I like the question here. You've been dared, double dog dared, and then triple dog dared to name 3 good Tyrus matches. Now I know that I can't.
I can't either. No chance. No chance.
Like current Tyrus matches?
It just says 3 good Tyrus matches.
Dude, there's no
Yeah.
good Tyrus matches anywhere.
And I know Kate gets her little boner like picking on me about Tyrus, but like I've said it, I can't. His shit in the ring is terrible.
Did he have? What was his match with Cardona, or did he even have one with Cardona?
They had a 3-way. It was Cardona, Murdoch, and Tyrus.
Was that
right?
okay?
That was when Trevor was champ. That's how Tyrus won the belt. No, am I
Think
wrong?
so?
I think that's how it wound up.
Let me look it up.
Look it up. Somebody had a question about Joe Galley. Yeah, Scott brings up Joe Galley's terrible and dry. Go back
Ooh,
when Joe Galley.
Disagree with that take.
Yeah, here's the problem. Joe Galley lately, I don't know if it's because he's like with The Office now, like he's actually like not just a commentator, like he's got his hands in a lot of this stuff. He might be a little more like Billy Corgan's kind of like, twisting the screws and whatnot. But you go back and listen to Joe Galley when he worked with Cornette, when he worked with Stu Bennett, when it was him and Tim Storm. They were amazing together, the two of them. Velvet Sky, another fucking negativity in the booth, dude. And now, look, Danny Deals is funny doing those commercials. I'm sure he's got some value being a manager somewhere. He's just all over the place too. If you would have kept it as Joe Galley and Tim Storm, shit would have been perfect. I would have eventually, had they had some longevity, you could have put them up there as probably one of the better, if not one of the best tag team commentators in the business. They were that good. But then they stuck fucking Velvet Time and all that shit in there. And
Tyrus won at Hard Times 3, November 12th, 2022. Also, to circle back to Colby Carino, the deal fell through in May of this year, but he admits the door has not closed on him joining the WWE. It just isn't the right situation right now.
there you go.
Wasn't there like I don't know if you just literally just said it. My brain spazzed out for a second. Wasn't WWE going through like some sort of hiring freeze?
Yes, it was because the merger was in discussions or some shit. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. That's what it was. That's what it was.
So I
Okay.
mean, that's Colby is a talented kid. Him being back in the NWA is a plus. But
Yeah, because
I
there was
don't
talk
know.
about even like Broski, Cardona going back, and then they just put the kibosh on bringing people back or hiring people, even though they just signed like a plethora of new people to NXT. But I guess that's different.
Yeah, that's kind of like all in-house people, right? Like those are like people that they recruit directly. They're not
Yeah,
like
from like the colleges and shit like that.
yeah, like the soccer star from this university or this guy from this
Yeah.
country who's like a rugby player. Like, yeah, they're homegrown shit. They'll keep pumping, they'll keep going through. Yeah.
Pump it,
I don't know,
baby,
man.
pump it. I don't know either, man. It's like I thought Mike Knox and Mike Knox was in Family Cardona and he was feuding with Trevor Murdoch, but now they're the
Yeah, now they're buddies. Well,
Crockett-
Trevor's got a mean streak now, because he lost the belt in the 3-way and all that shit. So I don't know.
beats me. That's the
Look, I like
think that's-
Trevor. Trevor's talented too, man.
Yes.
When he won the fucking belt, I was like, this is awesome. And then the Cardona thing happened. It's like, all right, we're going back to the chase. And then he lost it again and it became Tyrus's belt. It's like, I don't know, man.
Speaking of belts, Tony,
Ooh.
Kevin. I know you guys enjoy a championship belt. How do you feel about the new one that old Trips gave to Double R on SmackDown?
The only question I have is
Didn't see this. I didn't even know this happened.
does this belt supplant the two belts that Heyman carries around, or is this like a Greatest Royal Rumble kind of thing where they just presented it to him and that's it?
The WWE unveiled a new undisputed WWE Universal Champion title design on SmackDown.
Yeah, it
Prior
says
to-
undisputed champion on the bottom. Like that's
prior
the new
to
wordage.
Roman Reigns' 1,000 day celebration. Triple H came out on Friday's show, presented him with a new championship with just similar design to the WWE and Universal titles, but with a gold center plate.
Yeah.
So I started watching SmackDown, but I wanted to make sure I got through
There it
New
is.
Japan first, and I did not see this.
It's
It's on the screen, Kev.
Look up, Kev.
Oh, okay. So I thought that was fake. Okay, never mind.
No, that's real deal Holyfield. And
That's it.
instead of like it says Universal Champion across the bottom. Like that's the
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
one
Yeah.
change.
Whatever. That's a nothing burger.
So are the other belts just going to disappear now? Like when Heyman walked off with them, like we're never going to see them again. Is that the deal? We're down to 2 championships now again.
I hope so. I hope so. I didn't catch SmackDown.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't take this opportunity to change it up a bit. Like, look, you don't have to make it look like the world championship, but it would have been their chance to give us a little bit of a gimmick change, There's something different.
That's not. It's not a bad looking belt.
No, but it's uninspired. It's like the same design that they've had,
Well, I feel like their whole purpose when they have these championships is branding. Like the WWE logo has to be first and foremost. That's why like they did the new big gold with the WWE logo front and center. That's why all the belts since maybe I guess the spinner
So
were WWE in the entire plate.
yeah, the one before that was the undisputed belt, the one that JBL had, the one that Hogan had,
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar.
because John Cena won that, and then
And then the spinner was like the next week or next night
Yeah.
or whatever. Yep. So there's always been, you're right. Aside from the rated R version, there's always been
course.
that big WWE in the middle.
And then when Miz had it, he would turn it
Upside
upside
down,
down,
yeah.
and it would just be the M.
Let me ask you guys this, and I'm not sure how it works. So I was looking for some names that I could gimmick for Over the Top this week, thanks to Dakota Sky. And I noticed that they have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens listed on the WWE roster page as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So there's 2 questions. One, are they still recognized as the Raw and SmackDown Tag Champions? And if they are, 2, how come they haven't been designated to a brand yet like Roman Reigns was? Don't you find that a little odd that you took your main champion with your 2 major titles and you said he's stuck on one show and yet your tag team champions are just still kind of floating out in the ether?
So there were a few talents that were considered free agents, like Brock Lesnar was one, and then I believe like Baron Corbin was one, and then he showed up on NXT, and somebody else, Mustafa Ali, was, I guess, considered a free agent, so he showed up on NXT. And so maybe Sammy, I'm not 100% certain, but maybe Sammy and Kevin were in that range, but or maybe because they hold both sets of belts.
Yeah, but it's strange because it doesn't follow the precedent that they set with Roman Reigns. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, when does WWE ever follow any sort of precedent?
I mean, definitely a fair point. But you would think because they made a big deal out of Roman Reigns, they would have, hey, tag champs kind of have to do the same thing.
They made a big deal out of Roman Reigns because they want him. He's past 1,000 days. Like they're going to. That's.
And the other thing is, Roman's working a lighter schedule, so we're gonna have a new champion that's gonna be on Raw and yada yada. Oh, hey, Roman, good to see you, buddy. Here's a new belt for you. Really?
Look, the Roman Reigns and the Bloodline is a draw, though.
Yeah, but Triple H shit on him one week introducing the world title and then gives him a brand new belt a couple weeks later.
I think he still shook his hand at one point, though.
So weird. I don't know.
The problem is it's like across 99% of wrestling. Right? Nothing ever makes sense.
Yeah.
They did the draft, and now guys are all over the fucking place. None of it matters. We don't know who they're the SmackDown tag champions, but they also have the Raw tag titles. We're having Texas Tornado tag matches, but you have to tag in, but there's no disqualifications. It's just a lot of craziness out there in the world of wrestling.
Yeah. Got to go with the flow.
No, don't look for answers because you won't find them.
That's the most poignant thing that could be said about it. Don't look for answers. Just watch it, and if you're annoyed by it, then I don't know. I guess that's on you. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I like to watch wrestling. I like to have something make sense.
Right,
yeah,
so
if you're
Tony,
not watching.
Oh,
sorry, Kev.
No, this is what I wanted to, because Tony mentioned earlier, and I know I'm changing gears real quick, so we can come back to WWE in a second. But you said that now that you're very disappointed at NWA, you're very disappointed at MLW, which were your two favorites. Are you considering maybe actually starting to watch something else like AEW or WWE? Would you watch other things now because now NWA and MLW have completely turned on you?
Well, I tried watching some of those matches from the AEW pay-per-view last week. I texted Matt. I go, Matt, which 3 should I watch? And he told me the Jericho match. And then what was the other one? Oh, the Anarchy, which I couldn't even get through. What was the other one you told? Oh, Wardlow and Christian. The one thing I did like, and I told him, in a bubble, had they not put Jade against Taya Valkyrie in that match, had they done some sort of schmaz like SummerSlam, where I don't know, maybe Ron Bass stabs her in the face with a fucking spur and Taya can't wrestle.
Ron Bass comes back from the dead and attacks Taya Valkyrie.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would tune in for that shit.
And then, Ronnie Bass Jr.'s out there.
And if it was just an open challenge and Statlander came out and fucking surprised her and won, even bigger fucking blow the roof off the place. That would have been amazing.
So Kate wants to know, why would you tell him the Jericho one? Ha 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 ha. Because Tony said, I want to watch bad wrestling.
It's true, I did. I tell you one thing. I don't want to go back to AEW, but the camera work alone in that main event, I was ready to throw my fucking head out the window. I was ready to lop it off my shoulders and give it a toss as my final act of
who was on camera?
Michael J. Fox.
Of course.
Fox. Gotta get back in time.
Did I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know why, right? But I when I have a lot of downtime on the pizza truck, I spend a lot of time on Twitter just fucking off, literally.
Oh no.
Alexa Bliss is pregnant, right? This is great for her.
Fuck
right?
yeah. You know what that means?
Yeah. She was fucking.
I do.
That's an old Blade Braxton.
Oh,
she
sorry.
likes to fuck.
Sorry.
Right?
I do.
But people are crazy. I worry for people.
All right, you gotta tell me what you saw.
Yeah,
I saw everything from all those people that thought she was she was taking time off because she was hurt, to all those people who think she was getting squashed. How do you feel now because she's pregnant? I can't believe she's pregnant. She'll be back in the ring in December. Just weird. People are weird.
Be back in the ring in December.
Yes,
Why? Because Bray Wyatt coming back? Do we have something else to look forward to?
They're
She's
gonna
going for the
air.
face straps.
They're gonna air the pregnancy live at the Firefly Funhouse.
Oh my God! Like Superstar Billy Graham's hip operation. Do you guys remember that? Or you guys like not?
No,
young enough?
you made us watch that episode of Superstars.
Oh my God! They fucking showed the surgery on fucking Saturday morning TV.
I don't know. People are just fucking weird, man. So like, just let her be. Let her have a fucking. She's a woman. She wants to start a family.
Did
She's married to
they all cry when Becky Lynch left? they? I
Yeah.
don't-
Remember Oscar cried. In the
Oscar
ring?
cried.
Well, Oscar cried. Becky. It was so
Carmella's pregnant.
awkward.
Carmella's pregnant too.
Yeah, man.
So is Tay.
You know what
right?
that means?
I do.
What?
She
Lot of
likes to
fucking at the Holiday Inn.
Wait, at the Holiday Inn, did I miss something?
Yeah, they're on the road all the time. Where else are you gonna fuck?
I don't know. Maybe the DoubleTree.
Oh, nice. I
Double
like the
tree.
DoubleTree.
DoubleTree.
Hey, what do you think? You think she gives birth to an actual baby or a little piggy?
Oh, come on, dude. What was the pig's name? I forgot the pig's name.
Lunch.
God
Let's
damn
see.
it,
Let's
dude.
see. I'm gonna Google. Let's see. Alexa Bliss, dumb pig. Dumb pig.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the pig from the Firefly Funhouse. Not the
No.
pig
Who,
that,
Bray?
that got stolen. Didn't her pig get stolen?
No, it
killed?
died.
Oh.
Died because let's see. TMZ says several vets refused to look at the pig because it was too big.
Lose
Too
weight.
big of a pig.
Larry, Asian Joe says Larry.
Oh, it was Larry. That was it.
Oh, every asshole. in
Wait,
wrestling names their
Steve?
pet
Wait,
fucking
Steve?
Larry.
Wait, we got conflicting
Yeah,
conflicting reports now.
I think Larry sounds familiar.
That's
I think
fucking
it's
stupid CM Punk's
dog.
ugly dog.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah.
It's fucking dumb overbite, you stupid
No,
dog.
it was Larry Steve. Larry - Steve. Why couldn't you just fucking pick an Anglo name and just go with it? Why do you have to have two?
You wanted to ham it up.
Fucking terrible, Kevin. God damn it.
Stupid pig.
Stupid
You know she
pig.
ate so many fucking bacon, egg, and cheeses.
Oh
after
my
the
God,
pig
she was
put to sleep.
crying, frying up bacon in the pan.
Listen, don't,
Larry, you're so tasty, but it's so sad.
yeah, well, listen, like leopards eat their kids after they die.
Oh, got
Or
17
cheetahs.
minutes ago. 17 minutes ago, tweet from All Elite Wrestling.
Uh-oh.
Big announcement.
Yes,
Fucking
Tony Khan has another announcement. He will announce the first main event match this Wednesday night on Dynamite for the first collision.
Action Andretti versus Chris Jericho.
No, it's got to be CM Punk Samoa Joe. No.
For what?
It's fucking terrible.
I mean,
Samoa Joe's the Ring of Honor TV champion. Isn't he supposed to be in some feud with Zack Sabre Jr.?
Matt, we just watched a Rampage that had all Ring of Honor title matches.
And New
That's
Japan
also true.
title matches and AAA title matches.
To be fair, I didn't watch it.
No, I muted that. I was just trying to say something.
It was an AEW.
No, I
ridiculous.
get. I'm picking up what you're putting down, KJG.
I wouldn't do anything to support anything that has to do with AEW. Tune in Wednesdays.
No, I don't know what I was doing. The fuck was I doing Friday?
Oh yeah, not watching wrestling.
No, I don't. I worked. I don't fucking know. There you go.
Were you thinking about Alexa Bliss taking it in the DoubleTree?
No, but she's gonna have a baby, so that's exciting,
Good for her. Good for her.
right? Good for her,
Yeah.
is right?
Yeah, taking that D.
Hey, your boy DiBiase's got some brain
Speaking
issues,
of D,
apparently.
what does he still think he's walking into jewelry stores in Connecticut?
He doesn't have Alzheimer's or dementia, but he has severe brain trauma.
It's from eating all that meat sauce with Virgil. Wait, severe brain trauma? Did his son push him down the stairs?
No, his son just runs his pockets. Don't be silly.
The not some $1 million man.
What else is going on in here? You know, Money in the Bank is soon.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
July 1st in London.
Oh, fucking A. More fucking pay-per-views to pick. Jolly
Hey,
good
we
time.
got nothing for the rest of June, buddy.
I thought Forbidden Door was coming up. What's the?
Oh yeah, June 25th. All right, that's
Oh,
the end. That's 20 days away.
Yeah.
We don't pick AEW anyway. Fuck them.
What are you talking
Can we
about?
pick the next XPW show?
No,
I want to pick XPW.
we'll talk about it.
Can we do
Not,
like?
no, we're not Matt. Don't even humor.
Could
him.
we
We're not
do
doing it.
shitty September? We just find all the most awful fucking wrestling shows we can and pick them.
Shitty September.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, that's not bad.
Kate, Forbidden Door is the 25th. The 26th is a Monday. Just an FYI.
Yeah, but it's Tony Khan. Who knows? He may decide to change the day of the week it's on.
That
That'll
would
be
be
a
a
big announcement.
yeah. That'd be a
Thanks,
catastrophe
guys.
too.
Thanks,
He's gonna run
guys.
against Raw.
Thanks, guys.
This
Thanks,
door
guys.
is no longer forbidden.
Thanks, guys. Oh, is that like the back door? Ooh.
For who?
Hold the back door for AEW.
It's a movie Tony Khan's going to do about 20 years.
Yeah, Dakota Dry, baby.
His
In
his
through the
announcement.
forbidden back door.
I missed that. What was that?
When they're all done plowing them. Thanks, guys.
So I'm
You mean,
just gonna let him go.
Thanks, guys.
As long as they don't finish on her Dakota thigh.
Where's Swole? She's got my stash.
Swole stash.
You good?
Yeah, he smoked up a big Swole. You don't remember? After
No.
she got fired, he was
Oh my
talking shit that
God.
she was garbage, and Swole was like, "Yeah, well, you smoked my weed."
His Tony Khan.
Yeah, he's got another announcement.
Well, his announcement Wednesday night was like the worst kept secret in wrestling. CM Punk will be returning for the debut of Collision.
Do we know if they're going to keep him off Dynamite and just be on Collision?
My
Depends on how much the
understanding-
Young Bucks cry.
and I don't know the truth to this. My understanding is CM Punk will be exclusive to Collision.
Now, that's got to be because of the bullshit, right?
I mean, it's pro wrestling, so it could just be. I mean, that's what you want to. You would imagine that's why, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust anything anymore.
I agree wholeheartedly.
It could start out like that, and then it could turn into like, they could actually make some money, and he can go there, and they can go there, and maybe people will, spend a
But like-
Saturday night at home,
But
in the summer
pay-per-view,
watching
like
wrestling.
pay-per-views, is CM Punk going to be a part of Forbidden Door?
I don't know.
What's AEW's yearly Mania pay per view? Like, what's the big one?
It's all out. No,
When is
probably
that?
All out.
September. It's a week after All In. Back to back pay per views, buddy.
Do you think they try? Oh, wonderful. Do you think they try keep Punk isolated for a couple of weeks, and then one day, Kenny Omega happens to show up on Collision, and the two of them kind of get into it, have words, whatever.
Look, that'd be.
And
I just-
then Punk shows up on Wednesday night, and everybody goes, "Oh shit, Punk's here on Wednesday."
Yeah.
Maybe you build to a little Omega Punk, dude. That's a fucking license to print money. They'd be crazy not to do something like
No,
that.
100%. And I've been contesting this since the whole thing went down. Is that there's too much money to be left on the table for them not to end up doing something. So while at first it might seem like CM Punk was just going to be on this one show, I mean, there's nothing saying that Kenny Omega can't go to that show or the Bucks can't be on Collision. We haven't heard anything about a solid actual brand split. I don't think.
No, and I think you need to hang that. Like, I don't know. Fuck all about TV, but Saturday 8 to 10 on a Sunday, Saturday night.
Saturday 8 to 10 on a Sunday.
That's a wild show, bro.
Thanks, guys.
That C4 is coursing through my fucking veins right now. 8 to 10 on a Saturday is rough, dude. It's a rough fucking spot. So if you can hang that in the air where you never know who's going to show up on Collision and you can get people to tune in, I think that might be a win, but
It was
I don't know,
8 to
man.
10 on a Saturday.
like, what is Saturday nights in the summer? Like, you're like fucking like out by the pool, or you're like just hanging out and barbecuing, or you're going to baseball games, or
Yeah, this is a bad time of year to debut a Saturday show. Vacations, kids are out of
yeah,
school.
but it doesn't get any easier in the fall when you're going up against college football.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, here's the deal. Like, if you like, maybe their expectations aren't that high for a Saturday show in the summer. So if you can produce something of an audience in the summer, then who's to say that it can't like double or
So you're saying essentially that time slot's so dead anyways that if they
Yeah.
get something, it'll show
For-
somebody that there's some value
first-
to AEW
first-
in that spot.
first run programming in the summer is a rare thing. So if you have first run programming on a Saturday night, on a night where there's no other first run programming other than maybe a baseball game, then maybe you have something there. And if it's 500,000 people, if it's 400,000 people, maybe they prove us all wrong and do the numbers that Dynamite does. We don't know. So it's I think it's worth the risk. But we don't know how much they're paying for it, or if they even are, because that's been all the rumors too about the media deal.
Interesting point that SJ brings up. She's upset that there's pay-per-views on Sundays and she hates it. We grew up on Sunday pay-per-views.
Yeah, but
You grew
not
up on
the,
Tuesday pay-per-views.
not the eight, dude. The AEW pay-per-views are fucking long.
Wow,
dude,
so
the first two matches of that last show took up the whole first fucking
I know.
hour. The whole
I'm-
first hour, dude.
I'm well aware, man. You know that's almost a fucking 5-hour show if you count the pre-show.
so
Whoa.
like Tony, like we're old, right? So like
Some of us more than others, Kevin.
yeah, that's right. So like the idea of a traditional Sunday pay-per-view wasn't always a Sunday night pay-per-view wasn't always a thing. There were pay-per-views on Monday, like some of the like were Monday nights, were Tuesday nights, and
Well,
obviously
The second WrestleMania was a Tuesday night.
One of the
Uh,
Summer Slams was like a Monday or Tuesday night too. One of the earlier ones.
exactly.
Thanksgiving always used to be Survivor Series.
Yep. I mean, obviously you had off the next day, so
And that was what was cool as shit, man. You pigged out, you watched the NFL during the afternoon, and then that night, while everybody's fucking stuffed to the gills, you watched and it was Survivor Series. I don't want to say it was a throwaway, but it was something so gimmicked up and different. Like it was like you could just sit there and enjoy it.
and then it became like then eventually Survivor Series, before when all the pay-per-views went to Sunday, it was traditionally on Thanksgiving Eve, and it became the Thanksgiving Eve tradition. Like that was like the tagline that they would use. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been the Thanksgiving night for all I know. But I
No,
think
they
it was the
did. They
Thanksgiving
did
Eve.
do the Thanksgiving Eve tradition. They changed it up. The only problem is, as you get older, Thanksgiving Eve is the night that you'd rather go out drinking with your boys. You know, everybody's
Yeah.
home for Thanksgiving. You know.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
Well, I mean, we're of an older, ilk right now, but I'm sure the younger kids still do that shit. Home
Yeah,
from
yeah.
college, see my boys.
No, it's not like it used to be, man. No, it's like as someone who's been in the bar industry my entire life, adult life, basically. Like, bro, like the local bars get fucking destroyed on Thanksgiving Eve because everyone's going to the city or Hoboken or some shit like that.
Wow, you would you would think even with the Flying Benellis in town,
Oh, that's right. Well,
No, it's the
I mean,
O'Gearys.
they're a draw, Tony. Don't get me wrong. they print money on Christmas Eve.
Well,
They
maybe
gotta-
maybe the Benelli sisters need to step aside, and the Benelli daughters you need to.
The
step
Benelli sisters need to start doing double shots, bro. Afternoon and evening.
That's right.
That's
Pickle
fucking
ass.
money's to be made on Thanksgiving Eve.
I don't know, man. The Benelli girls, they're not as there's not
Listen,
as
don't
spry
you
as they
dare
used
talk
to
about
be.
them like that, Tony. You don't know them.
They're not as spry as they used to be, dude. I've been around. I know the Benellis.
You don't know the Benellis.
I mean, I don't know them the way some folks know them, but I know them.
I
A
don't
draw's
like what
a
you're-
draw.
I don't
dude.
like what you're inferring there.
Listen, I didn't call them backdoor Benellis, but that's what I heard.
You watch your tongue.
Listen,
sir.
that's not from my mouth. That's what I heard through the grapevine.
Wait, one of them is
Well, I'm not sure which one. They're both quite attractive.
Dakota. Dakota Benelli.
Dakota draw. Oh my God, I can't keep going back to the well.
Please don't.
That's too
Ring
dry.
of Honor announced their next pay-per-view.
Oh, great. Who's headlining that one? 5 of the 6 fucking AEW guys?
It'll be Death Before Dishonor from Trenton, New Jersey.
Oh, shit. Where? The CYO Center?
The Cure Insurance Arena.
Nope.
There was a murder.
July 21st, Friday night.
I don't know if
In
Handsome
July.
Kevin is familiar with Trenton, New Jersey. It is not a safe place.
No,
No.
you don't sell lemonade on the corner out there.
Oh,
You
God,
will
no.
get killed if you go to Trenton. Just
Just
saying.
you go there, you're dead, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a chance. There is,
It's always on the
there's-
table.
There's a couple. That's why I saw ECW in Trenton at the baseball field.
And you're alive.
I am. Well, I was put in the Kata Hajime, and I told Bam Bam Bigelow that LT didn't tap out, and well, that stopped the whole crowd. And Bam Bam Bigelow led an asshole chant at me and old Charles.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Trenton. I'm sure it's par for the course, though, right? Any wrestling event needs to be held in a shitty area.
Yeah, well, Camden does wrestling events too, right? Doesn't
Camden
do?
worse than Trenton.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
Camden's the murder capital of the East Coast, other than maybe Baltimore.
Sometimes HK,
Yeah.
Trenton and Detroit, Camden and Detroit, neck and neck.
Yeah, that's going to be the main event of the show. Camden
Now-
versus Detroit.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
Camden versus Trenton.
But Detroit isn't all that bad anymore.
What?
Yeah. Years ago, at least within the last 8 years ago, back when I was in the hotel industry, I talked to a guy from Detroit, and he's like, the city of Detroit's one of the safest places you'll ever be. Like actually in the downtown city of Detroit. It's like as soon as you start moving outwards, that's when all the bullshit happens.
Oh yeah, mom's spaghetti, palms are sweaty. I know all about it.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's the same though in all the big cities. Like in Newark, if you're in the downtown area, not the greatest, but it's pretty safe.
Yeah, Ironbound's pretty good.
Yeah, you go to Camden, I'm sure like around where like the aquarium is and all that, like where the concert shell is and all that shit. I'm sure it's plenty safe. I wouldn't venture 2 blocks in any particular direction from there.
You take a
Actually wants to know-
helicopter drop.
SJ wants to know, are any of you guys going to the show? I will not go to the show. Thank you very much. Matt,
No,
I feel like
I
might.
will. It was the Mark Order, wonderful shirt, by the way, Tony. They put it out there. It's not in the cards. July is a busy month for me, so the weekends are going to be not easy for me to take off. So,
But will you have time to catch whatever AEW is doing on Saturdays? What is it?
June
I will.
17th,
I will
right?
not be going to Collision in Newark, if that's what you're asking. The next day, July 22nd, I will not be at Collision.
Oh shit! So there's Ring of Honor in Trenton, and then why wouldn't they just put Ring of Honor in Philly? Like, why Trenton? Why not Philadelphia?
Fucking no.
It's so weird, right? Unless
I
they
know.
don't like the 2300.
Maybe
I don't
there's
know.
something going on. No, you can't have a pay per view at the 2300 arena. If it fucking 800 people in there, if you're lucky.
How many people do you think they're going to get for Ring of Honor?
Not even 800, maybe 400.
All right, well, let's be honest. Come on now. Come on now.
You know-
Come on.
I don't know.
People are going to make a weekend out of it. If they're going to Collision in Newark,
Yeah, but what is there to do in Trenton? At least if you're in Philly, you can go to South Street.
it's-
You can get a
but-
cheesesteak.
but you could. There's always something to do
in Trenton.
in the
Murder.
area. Sure.
What area of
It's
Trenton?
fucking 2023, dude. Just look at your fucking phone.
All right, I want to find out what's in Trenton to do.
Things to do in Trenton. You can find
I'm
a fucking
fucking Googling
diners,
it right now.
drive-ins, and dives.
Things to
murdered.
do in
I was gonna say
Trenton.
all I've heard so far is you can die in
Yeah.
Trenton.
I think you have a better chance of dying in Camden than you do in Trenton.
Taking a Thunder game.
See, there you go. See Trenton Thunder.
You can go to the Trenton Farmers Market. That's number 2 on the list.
All right, what day of the week is that?
I don't fucking know.
Tony, you know what they farm there? Bodies.
The New Jersey State. Oh yeah, you can go see the federal courthouses and all that shit.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
it is
you're
our
into.
state capital, to be
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, you can see the Thunder. You can go to the Mill Hill Playhouse if you want to feel a little theatrical. There's a rock wall climbing center.
Wait, it's called
Probably train you to
Mill Hill?
fucking run over the walls when you're in downtown Trenton.
See, there's things to do.
Oh my god! Oh, the Pennsylvania Bridge is number 13. That's when you do the other 12 things. You get the fuck out,
No, that's what you jump off of.
dude. They put the Trenton Free Public Library as one of the top 20 things to do in Trenton. Come on, dude.
What's wrong with them
Wait.
pushing education?
Where are they doing this Ring of Honor show?
I just told you the Cure Insurance
The
Center.
Cure Insurance Center is number 16 of things to do on the
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
The Trinity Episcopal Church is number 19. Dude, there's
What?
nothing to do in
I'm
Trenton.
sorry. Say that one more time, Tony.
The Trinity Episcopal Episcopal. There you go.
You fucking dolt.
Sometimes I get a few wrong, people.
Episcopal.
Sound like
First
me,
run
dude. Jesus
episcopal
Christ.
television.
This episcopal of the show is hilarious.
Holy shit.
All right, you know what? You can't win them all.
I guess
You're the
not.
most religious dude of the four of us.
When he said episcopal, I was like, okay, maybe it's like, one of the burbs or something like that. And when you fucking nailed it, I was like, oh yeah, that's fucked.
Well, if you're interested, you could they have a New Jersey Slingshot Rentals there. If you feel like busting out some more windows in downtown Trenton, that's your place to go.
Over the Top Tony is still here with us.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're not taking like a fucking 4-day vacation. You're driving into Trenton to see a fucking wrestling show.
Yeah,
Find a
and
bar.
we're checking out
No,
the library
No,
beforehand.
no. You find a fucking bar on the way in, get a burger and a beer, then go to the fucking arena. What do you need to fucking see? Go sightseeing for?
Yeah, no one needs to see the Episcopal Church.
Hallelujah.
Praise Jesus.
All right, so that's the name of the show, Episcopal Church.
How do you spell that?
Oh,
I'll
fuck
figure
you
it out.
guys. Name it, and then you fucking leave, and I got to figure out how to spell fucking episcopal.
Just put Episcopal. It's the same shit. Somebody else will mispronounce it too.
Fucking assholes.
I also thought Big Charles was pretty good.
What, let me ask you guys this.
Oh shit.
We got Impact has this Against All Odds show coming up.
Very
Phil
soon.
Collins is there.
Is he? Take a look at me now.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to debut the 8-4-1 match. Are you ready?
Color me enthralled.
Are you ready?
Yes.
The winner of this 8-4-1 match will earn an Impact World title shot at Slammiversary. The match begins as an 8-man tag team bout.
Oh no.
The winning team will then compete in a fatal 4-way where the victor will earn the title shot. Here are your teams: Bully Ray, Jonathan Gresham, Heath, and Nick Aldis against Moose, Speedball Mike Bailey, Rich Swann, and PCO.
Why not just have an 8-man elimination match?
8-4-1, Tony, because they have to work as a team first.
Gives a shit.
It's like Battle Bowl.
Not quite close.
Similar.
Kind of
It's-
there, yeah.
It's closer to that the Ultimate Survivor on Survivor Series a little bit closer to that.
Yeah, but so that always
No.
bothered me because that totally defined the lines between baby faces and heels, like which never was clarified. Like, why is just because Hulk Hogan won and Ultimate Warrior won and Tito Santana won, why are they automatically on the same team?
Well, Hogan and Warrior were on the same team to begin with, weren't they?
No, they were not.
They
Hogan-
weren't.
No, Hogan was with Typhoon, Bossman, and Hacksaw. Warrior was with Texas Tornado and LOD.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
that-
Tito-
that
And
opens.
Tito Santana was with Nikolai Volkov and the Bushwhackers, which was the All Americans, and none of them were American.
Arriba.
there was also I don't know what they called it, but it was one of those mishmash ones where like the Bulldog was a bad guy and he was teamed up with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was
Survivor Series.
1995 or 6.
It
95.
was 95.
It was the wild card match.
Wild card match.
That
Yep.
was it. Yeah.
I actually like this match concept. I usually don't like when things get kind of fucking mucky like this, but I'm actually for it.
So Matt,
Fucky mucky.
I gotta check, but I gotta assume that the next event after this is Slammiversary.
Slammiversary will be taking place July 15th.
Right. So one can assume that that's the next show. So, I mean, the obvious answer here is that we will get Nick Aldis versus Steve Macklin. Now, is it too early to take the belt off Steve Macklin?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
I just love Nick Aldis.
I think Steve Macklin is a very accomplished wrestler, and I think he's earned this spot. The Josh Alexander injury is unfortunate, but I think the story is Steve Macklin, Josh Alexander. What better way to put a feather in Steve Macklin's cap than to have him beat Nick Aldis, right? Nick Aldis gains not. Okay, Nick Aldis is in like the. Let's be fair. He's at that point in his career where he's probably just there to make other people look good.
I don't see that with him. I get the point, but I feel like it would be stupid for Impact not to put the belt on Nick Aldis at this point. And then you have the dream match of Aldis Alexander. Like that's main event. Like, and you could build that for another year to maybe next year's Slammiversary or whatever I'm pretty sure Slammiversary is their WrestleMania.
Yes.
So like, or build it to whatever their secondary one is, which I believe is
that's either Bound for Glory or
Bound for Glory. Actually, Bound for Glory might be the WrestleMania.
Aldis is only 36 years old.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Right, well,
he's got some tread left.
I take that back. I thought he was much older.
Aldis is winning this title.
That's why I looked it up. I was like,
he's winning this title.
I mean, let's be honest. I know wrestling has changed a lot in terms of like how old you can be to wrestle, but like 36 is no spring chicken either. Like it's not. It might be your prime, but it's not. You're on the back end for a little while.
Well, I mean, AJ Styles is what, 44?
Right, which is 45? Why I kind of said it like that. I prefaced it by saying like Jericho, AJ.
I don't know if I'd consider Jericho in his prime anymore.
CM Punk. No, I'm not saying they're in their prime, but I'm saying that they could still work. They can still have a serviceable match. Maybe not everyone's a home run, but they could still have a decent pay-per-view match or a decent TV match. Like I enjoyed the mixed tag match on AEW Dynamite between him and Saraya and Adam Cole and Britt Baker. I really liked that match. So
against all odds this Friday night.
That's a big turnaround and a lot of quick moving parts right there.
Wait, this is a pay-per-view?
No, it's one of their monthly specials.
Yeah, it's like a $11 pay-per-view. Like I'll watch it, but we don't pick it.
I mean, you got to build the Slammiversary, right? You got the 8-4-1 match. You got Trey Miguel, Chris Sabin for the X Division title. Steve Macklin against Alex Shelley for the world title. Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly in a dog collar match.
Ooh, sexy.
You're such a creep, dude.
Fuck off. You know they're thinking that.
Who?
Everybody in fucking Impact Wrestling.
No, they're not.
No, because that's not how they're gimmick. They're not billed as sexy ladies.
Come on.
No disrespect.
Wait, who's it? Masha and who's the other one?
Killer Kelly.
She's a big girl, huh?
No, neither one of them.
Killer Kelly? No, Masha's thick, right? No, Masha's.
Here we go. Tony doesn't know the fucking.
Neither one of them.
Wrestling.
Neither one of them are like Kelly, but they're not.
I gotta see Killer.
They're very serviceable.
You should probably look at Masha too.
Oh, I've seen Masha.
You call them serviceable, Kevin.
Listen, that's a good word.
No, that's a compliment,
bro. Killer Kelly looks like a cross between Donut Belly and fucking Shayna Baszler, huh?
See, now you're just being rude.
I'm not being rude. I mean, it's Donut Belly.
That's
not. Can you
serviceable?
Can you show some respect to?
Wait, was serviceable offensive?
No, not to me. All right, Killer Kelly's like a half and half. Like some pictures she looks really good, other pictures is like yeesh.
Oh, can you not, Tony? Jesus Christ!
You know who's a half and half? Who's the woman in Devil Wears Prada? What
can you? I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Who was it? What was her name? She's been in a ton of movies. You know who I'm talking about?
Glenn Close?
No, the young broad. What's her name?
The young broad. Jesus Christ! This is
Anne Hathaway. Sometimes Anne Hathaway's really hot. Other times it's like, ugh.
Get me Armani on the phone. Armani.
Look, Kevin, I'm all in with serviceable. That's a fine word.
They're both very attractive. You look at their Instagram; they're very good-looking ladies. And And
And who doesn't want to see good-looking ladies dragging each other around by dog collars?
Masha dates Akira, former guest of the show.
Akira Hokuto?
No, Akira. MLW's Akira.
Akira.
No, that's Shakira. Yes.
When you drag me like
she
that.
is serviceable.
Oh my god!
No.
Wiki, waki, bambaleo.
Isn't she doing time in like Brazil?
Who?
No.
Shakira.
No.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
That
Local
was the guy from
news,
the
man.
Fugees
Local
that sang with
news.
her.
Tax evasion.
Shakira. Wait,
telling you,
Shakira
Shakira
tax
was-
evasion. I gotta look at. Wait,
She
Alexa.
is not doing time.
Alexa
telling you,
Bliss
she's doing
Pig has to
time.
go. She might be. I think Kevin's onto something.
Oh yeah, they're seeking an 8-year prison sentence for her because she failed to pay millions in income taxes.
Her hips
Wonder
don't
she's
lie, but
hiding
her
in
tax
Brazil.
records do.
Seeking. They're not
She's
getting.
ordered to stand trial on tax fraud. Well, that's
There you go. Look at this guy. He knows what he's-
Ooh.
he knows
that's
what
from
he's doing.
fucking.
Oh shit!
last
It's
year,
in
though.
it's in Spain.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, Spain, not Brazil, Spain. Yeah.
Shakira's 45. I mean, she's serviceable.
Ain't
She
changing my
won't be
mind
in-
on that one.
She won't be at Slammiversary, but Deonna Purrazzo will be defending her title against Trinity.
Now she's thick. They're both thick, right? No, Trinity's a little on the slimmer
Like
side.
why? Like all right, I'm with Matt right now.
Shakira's very pretty.
We're not talking. You know what?
Come on,
That's
dude.
the name of the show. Shakira is very pretty.
Good. I didn't to take heat off the Episcopals.
Yeah.
There was a huge New Japan show Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Matt, you'll be very proud of me. I watched it.
What did you, Kevin? What did you think?
Probably one of my favorite shows that I've ever. Like, I didn't want to stop watching it. Like, everything was great. I feel like obviously there were certain things that were better than others. Off the top of my head, I loved the 3-way tag match for the vacant tag belts at the New
Yep.
Japan Strong. I love that match. Obviously, I got the pick wrong, but
We all
that was
did. Not one person took Bishamon.
Yeah, and that was incredible. Obviously, Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer was fantastic. That was like you couldn't pick a better way to start the show than that.
I agree.
I loved. I mean, I kind of like Matt at 4 hours and 31 minutes. Kind of hard to be totally invested for the entire thing, but I love the Blackpool Combat Club match with Okada, Ishii, and
Tanahashi.
yeah, Tanahashi. Yeah, great stuff. And I'm sure I'm forgetting. Like, Matt, I'm telling you right now, like Zack Sabre Jr., Jeff Cobb was a Zack Sabre Jr. Jeff Cobb match. Anything that you would probably expect them to do. Even with my limited New Japan knowledge, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Just total. Why was there no women's match on this show?
It's a great question.
Did Moxley bleed?
Yes.
No. Oh, yes. But I think that may have been hard way.
Yeah, it was hard way. He took a
Yeah.
nasty headbutt.
Gonna drink my blood.
And then they announced, and then all the crazy shit, like all like the new Bullet Club guys, like the War Dogs. And so I never knew who the first guy was that turned. Was it Maloney or something like
So
that?
yeah, Dan Maloney. He was in NXT UK, and then they brought Will Ospreay brought him in to be part of the United Empire and represent them in the Super Juniors. And I was not familiar with Dan Maloney either. He's a UK guy, but the first time I saw him, I think I sent a DM to Kieran and I go, I don't know who this dude is, but he's a fucking menace.
Dude.
And he is a fucking problem, and I love it.
Yep. And of course, my my dear, good, close personal friend, my favorite wrestler, Gabriel Kidd, is now a part of Bullet Club. And I guess so now they're all with David Finlay, right?
Yes.
Matt's favorite New Japan star.
No, he's mine. He's mine now too. I mean, Gabriel Kidd is, and Alex Coughlin is now involved, and Clark Connors obviously looked great. So this is a crazy development, Matt. As far like knowing nothing about New Japan, to me, like everything that happened felt like a big deal.
It 100% was, Kevin. You're spot on. I've been any opportunity a microphone has been put in front of my face, and I've been asked about David Finlay. I have nothing but awful things to say about him. What he is doing with the Bullet Club, and who he's bringing in, it makes perfect sense, and it is really just, it's a version you'd have to go back quite a bit of time in the history of the Bullet Club to find a version this good. And I know this is just something they put together this weekend, but with David Finlay at the helm, Clark Connors, Dan Maloney, Gabe Kidd, and Alex Coughlin,
they all look like they belong together. Like they
100%.
all look like they should be in a stable. It just so happens that it is Bullet Club, but you could have named them anything, and it would have been like they deserve to be together, and they just gel. Like at least like aesthetically, they all gel. And Alex Coughlin's facial expressions as he's walking up the ramp,
it's fucking creepy as shit.
Bro, what a fucking psychopath.
Me and Kieran talked about it today. I said his eyes were as big as fucking saucers. He didn't blink at all. Look, and they all have a story, right? They're all from the LA. Most of them, all of them, with the exception of Dan Maloney, are from the LA dojo, and they came out of the dojo as Shibata's boys, and Alex Coughlin was the android, and didn't really go anywhere. Clark Connors was the Rhino, and he's doing comedy shit with Taguchi. Like, Gabe Kidd had his battles with mental health, and now he's like wrestling Orange Cassidy, which is great, but like these dudes are fucking killers, and this is what David Finlay is doing with the Bullet Club. As much as I love Jay White, the Jay White version of the Bullet Club was not a New Japan thing, right? His vision was take over the wrestling world. So he had Kenta doing strong in the US, and he had Bay and Austin and Impact, and he had, whatever over here. Like, it wasn't a cohesive unit. You have to really go back and to the Finn Balor,
I was just gonna say
AJ Styles days. Like, this is a fucking, this Bullet Club now is gonna be a force to be reckoned with in New Japan.
So let me ask you this: do we have a total rundown of how many people are now in Bullet Club, or is it like, this might be an ignorant question, but is it like kind of like Wolfpack, Black and White, or like are they like House of Torture? Like that's still Bullet Club.
House of Torture is like a subdivision, right? So they're Bullet Club, but you won't see much of them with Finlay in this group of people. Ishimori's hurt, but he's there.
Like what about Kenta?
So is
like what's
Kenta's in. He was in the States this weekend. He won the fucking Defy United. He beat fucking Nick Wayne for the Defy Championship. But like Kenta's old hat, man. Like I think people who haven't seen Kenta since his first run in Noah get excited when they see him in New Japan. He's not good.
Really?
It's not. Kenta matches are not
what they used to be.
They're not even close. And he's older. He's been, he hasn't been the same since that match with Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom, and it shows in his matches. But like when we were in DC and Philly, people went nuts for him because people have they have that image of Kenta being, the go to sleep guy, the awesome guy who was in Noah, and he came over here and he took Ring of Honor by storm, and he was awesome. And now he's like a completely different person. But I think this group that Finlay has, they're going to be a problem.
So do you think, is it odd that they're all, I guess, Gaijins? Is that it's not odd?
No, because Gato's calling, commentary talked about it. Gato is the mastermind behind everything, right?
Okay.
So it was like Dan Maloney and Clark Connors had best of a Super Junior match where they beat the dog shit out of each other. Like Gato's taking notes. Like this guy has what David Finlay wants. He wants savages. He wants animals. He wants ass kickers. So like,
he
files that away. He gets Dan Maloney. We're going to get fucking Bryan Danielson and Okada at fucking Forbidden Door.
Yeah. The way the crowd reacted to that video was awesome. And the video was really well done. And yeah, we got a couple more announcements about matches there too. Will Ospreay, I believe he didn't mention him by name, but I'm assuming it's going to be Ospreay Omega for a second.
Yeah. He told him he'd come to Canada.
Yeah, so he's taking on Canada as a whole, Tony. But it was pretty much assumed that it was going to be Ospreay Osprey Omega the entire time. So
Yeah, so look, Sonata had a great showing. Him and Yota Tsuji was an awesome match. It's New Japan is they're trending in the right direction. So they're kind of in a position now where, like, look, I know I'm bust balls about Tanahashi and his fucking awful hair and stuff. In that 6-man, he was the slowest person in that match. And I know he's old, and I know that his body's been through hell, but you could visibly see that he was a step slower.
yeah,
Naito is getting up there, right? So you're going to start to see these guys kind of fade out, but you're going to see Ren Narita and Shota Umino. And
he got a
there's
big
story-
reaction when they announced. I'm sorry to cut you. I'm so sorry, Matt.
No, you're good.
He got a big reaction when they announced him for, I believe it was the G1. What's his name? The young guy.
Ren Narita.
Ren Narita. He got a big
Yeah.
reaction when they announced his name for the G1, which I always found very good. Eddie Kingston's going to be in the G1.
Yeah, someone's got to take the losses.
Yeah. But just based on look and actual like wrestling, like I never realized how much Sonata looks like a freaking star. And if they play their cards right, they could have one in him for a very, very long time.
Does Sonata
Yeah.
still do that pretzel twist thing?
The Paradise Lock,
Yes.
not as much.
Oh, because they consider it goofy. He's moving away from it.
Well,
Master
in Just
Watto
Five
did
Guys
something
then.
like that, right? What was Master
Mas-
Watto's?
Oh, I was so fucking mad about that Master Watto match.
Me too. I really thought Master Watto was going to win.
What are you making faces for, T-Don?
Oh, yeah. I'm so mad, Mr. Watto.
Yeah,
Why
I
does
thought it was
Master
Mr. Watto's time?
Why does his mask say going to grandma's house?
Who?
Master Watto.
He doesn't wear a mask.
He had a mask on. Somebody posted an image of him in the Discord. By the way, join the Discord, people. It's a lot of
Context.
fun.
From when?
I gotta look it up. Give me a second.
Yeah, but when was he? He wasn't wearing the mask at the show.
No. It was a picture of him, and I said, "Oh, he's looking like Shawn Michaels with his cross eyes."
Oh, Matt, speaking of show,
Here, it was from May 30th. Master Watto, the mask for sale. It says "Ways to the Grandmas."
speaking
No.
of show, I'm glad you mentioned show. The guy with the skateboard, that was Yo.
No, it's Darby.
So, do you think we're going to lead something with Yo and Darby maybe at
Oh, I
Forbidden Door,
hope
or is
so.
that too like obvious?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, but you know, the Yo and Show story and how the House of Torture is always interfering in all the matches and using all the
Okay.
weapons and stuff. It just
No,
He was
so
the
I have no idea.
equalizer.
Yeah, so I have no idea about anything that's going on currently. So like, I was my initial gut or brain reaction was they're either going to team, like Darby and Yo will team maybe against Show and somebody, or maybe Guevara if he turns heel again, or somebody that Darby's feuding with now.
If
So-
they came out in blonde wigs, like fucking Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas.
Oh,
They
two dudes
probably
with
would, and I would
attitudes.
enjoy the fuck out of that.
Oh, my
What were they? The
stomach just
Rad
made a
Dudes?
sound.
What was their name?
Two dudes with attitudes.
No,
No, that was Sean. and,
Dynamic Dudes.
Dynamic,
Dynamic
Dudes. that was
Dudes.
it.
Yeah, and then Shane Douglas didn't know how to ride a skateboard, so he just like carried it out.
Hey,
while,
everybody out there in
Johnny Ace
podcast
was,
land.
well, Johnny Ace was actually riding it. It was one of them. Shane Douglas, I'm pretty sure, didn't know how to ride a skateboard, but Johnny Ace kind of was able to manage it.
Hey, just go like this.
Hey, just don't lean back too much. Always put the weight forward,
Lean back.
and you'll be
Lean
good.
back.
Yeah,
Lean
yeah. Do the
back.
rock away. Also, please. Like
So
Fat Joe
vascular.
said- like Fat Joe. Fat Joe says, "Do the rock away."
All right, so what's the picks thing here?
So Kevin still maintains his lead. He went 5-4 at Dominion.
Shocking.
I am tied with Tony. We were both 2 games back. I went 4-5. Tony went 6-3.
Coming back, baby.
Brendan is 8 games back. He had a 4-5 showing, and Handsome Kevin is 11 games out. He's making moves. 6-3. Good showing. He was the only one that took Catch 22.
Oh, that's the one I
Tony.
wanted back so bad. That
I was
one.
surprised they did that title change so quickly, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was too. I didn't take Catch 22.
Oh, I wanted
I was
that. That's
disappointed. I really thought House of Torture was going to win the tag belts, but fuck me, right?
Yeah, I was with you on that.
That's the only one I switched. The Catch 22. I had them first, and then I switched it to the other.
Jets
two.
I really thought that fucking Moxley and company were going to win the 6-man belts because those never open weight belts flop all the time.
They do, but now Okada's got it, and the story is Okada hates the younger generation, and angry Okada is so fucking fun.
So is he a bad guy or a good guy still?
No, he's a good guy. He just doesn't like the fucking young guys. He doesn't like Umino. He doesn't like Red Narita. They put fucking Kiyomiya in the G1, the dude that kicked him right in his fucking face. So that's pretty fucking exciting.
Kiyomiya, here
Someone
I
from
go.
Pro Wrestling
again.
Noah is going to be in the G1, so that starts in the middle of July. So I'm fucking the G1. What a time to be alive. The show was if you could find the time, like the Dominion show was awesome, top to bottom. Good stuff, great storytelling.
How long? Well, I guess 2 questions. One, it was like a 4.5 hour.
4 hours and 31 minutes.
You
Okay.
could probably get it down to like
If you
skip a lot of the entrances.
Yeah.
And if you don't, if you already know who's been announced for the G1, like you can skip a bunch of that stuff and the recaps.
Yeah.
You could probably get down to like 3 hours and
I
45
would say so.
minutes.
There's a lot of fluff, and then the one is Cobb. I'm a big Cobb guy.
Yep,
That match,
that
obviously,
match was
the,
awesome.
the one to go out of your way to watch.
I
I
don't-
don't
well,
go out
I-
of my way to watch. Would be,
I don't think there was. I mean, if you're a Jeff Cobb fan, watch it. There's not one match on the show that's bad.
Agreed.
Gotcha.
I think the
I'm just-
longest.
I'm a Jeff.
I would
Cobb
go
guy.
if I had to pick between 2 or 3. Again, like it's really hard. I would say I loved Master Wato versus Matt. Help me.
Hiromu.
Yeah, that's right. I loved the 3-way tag match between United Empire, Bishamon, and Matt. Help me.
House of Torture.
How's torture?
That's right. And I really liked the opener with Will Ospreay and Lance Archer, and I really liked the afterwards of fist bumping and that kind of cool shit. So those would be my 3 off the top of my head. But like Matt said, so today my boss was out today, so like on the rare occasion I actually got to sit down and watch 4.5 hours worth of wrestling.
It's awesome.
So it was incredible, and I'm really glad that I did, Matt, because it was without a doubt one of my favorite shows. There's been a lot of good wrestling shows. Night of Champions was good. Impact Under Siege was good. A lot of good wrestling shows. AEW Double or Nothing was good. This was one of my favorite shows, and wrestling on pay-per-view has not been better in a very long time.
Yeah, no, this was good, Kev. HK, if you're and look, don't the 4.5 hours, like the last 20 minutes is backstage shit and Sonata talking at the end of the show. Like you could easily get it down to 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Easily.
didn't watch anything after the pinfall of the main event.
Yeah, he gets in the ring, he talks because that's what they do at the end of every New Japan show. But
You never
definitely-
know, though. Sometimes they could pull some.
Yeah,
cra-
there were
crazy
no shenanigans at the end of the night. Before we do our showdown or our duel or whatever we're doing, Dark Side of the Ring was back this week.
Oh, yeah.
Chris and Tammy, did you guys get a chance to watch this?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, I made it. Yeah, that was appointment television for me.
What did you guys thoughts?
his mother seems like one of the sweetest women ever. Like
Mhm.
she came off as such a sweetheart in this.
She's no Diana.
His brother seemed like he had his shit together too. They seemed like they were a well-adjusted family, you know?
So Tony, let me ask you this, because I somehow, like, Twitter wrestling universe, I saw a dark match that had Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten versus Damian Adams and Johnny Candido. Johnny Candido was a worker as well?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Of course, didn't have the career that his brother did, but yeah, he did.
So that was what I took out of the show, is like that was the most depressing part. Chris Candido's life. And
I thought you were going to say his brother was a worker.
no, yeah, that too. Yeah, that was horrifying. That wasn't even depressing. That was horrifying. But like,
I mean, but it came down to what his brother said. He's like, we got to go. He's like, I love her, dude. Like, that was it, bro. It was fucking, he was hardcore in love with this girl, you know?
Horrible.
man, love is fucking tough, man.
Horrible.
The worst part is just reliving the story again when he had the surgery and then he flew and he wound up with the blood clot. That out of everything was the heartbreak.
I couldn't watch it. Like,
I mean,
and it's a good thing. I mean, not a good thing, but
he was getting back. He was excited to be in the business. He was excited to be working with the young guys, and then
there was nothing about this story that I didn't already know. So like, it made some parts skippable for me just because like I couldn't handle the fact that Chris Candido came back, and I remember his run with the Naturals in TNA. And I remember that they completely skipped over his run with WCW, by the way. Completely glanced over that, and
It wasn't that much of a run.
Well, the New Blood, he was cruiserweight champ.
Here's the thing that fucked me up, right? Like, I had no idea that this interview that Paul Heyman conducted with Chris and Tammy, I never heard about this before.
Neither did
I didn't know this existed. I'm so curious to see what this thing looked like. Apparently, fucking Paul Heyman's a big piece of shit for doing this, huh?
That's a great point, and Jim Cornette said such. I didn't. That's okay. So I said it. There's nothing about the story I didn't know. I did not know that this interview happened.
No idea it even existed.
And Tammy never mentioned it the many times that she's been on the show. We never, because we didn't know. I guess we didn't know to bring it up.
Well, I think she kind of probably wanted to forget about it because I mean, from what they showed, it just seemed fucking awful. But I mean, that was the thing in the 2000s, man. Like, you know, people got a story to tell, just put a microphone in front of them, no matter how good or bad the story is, you know?
And you're right. Like, if anything, like if there's a blemish on Paul Heyman's resume, other than maybe not paying people.
Yeah, well, that's a big
this is it. The fact that he let this happen, and the fact not only did he let it happen, he was his idea, is a travesty. And listen, Tammy's a bad person, but
it's hard to say that too, because all of our experiences with her, she's been nothing but a delight.
She's been fantastic. Like,
but some people, man, they just like being an addict sucks, you know? Yeah. And she even said at one point, she's like, I've had 7 DUIs. Like, who cares? Well, now, unfortunately, it caught up with her.
You know what I would have liked? And I don't know if it was possible or if they tried and she said no, because I guarantee you the jail would have allowed it.
Oh, she would have hijacked the show. They never would have. I'm glad that they weren't able to get her, or that they didn't.
I'm shocked that they didn't, to be honest with you.
I'm kind of glad they didn't. I think her being involved would have just made it like the Tammy story, telling stories about Chris.
But knowing Dark Side of the Ring, those guys are pretty good at, you know, fading out the bullshit or fading out the, you know, the gaga. So like, I think they would have done a good enough job to like keep it in the line of their narrative, as opposed to letting Tammy completely go off the rails with it.
Yeah.
So I was shocked that the last interview we heard from was 2020. Yeah. And that's going on, you know, 3.5 years.
I wonder, when was the last time we had her on? I got to
Well, it was our anniversary show, I think, or maybe my birthday, which is actually next week, by the way. Hi. Oh, by the way, I will be here next week. So
nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching the episode. By the end of it, I didn't want to hear another fucking word from Sunny. Like, I didn't want to hear another fucking word from her. I've always been a fan, and she just continuously threw so much bullshit. And I was just like, I can't do it with her anymore. I just can't.
Handsome Kevin, have you ever heard the story about how I spurned her advances?
Oh, advances, huh?
Oh yeah.
You spurned them.
Spurn them. Is that the phrase? That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. You spurn them.
Spurn them.
Yeah.
Spurn them. Damn near killed them.
Do tell. Because if you hadn't have spurned them, you'd been burning them. But that's...
I would have risked it.
No biscuit.
I would have risked it at the time. 100%. Not anymore, and maybe not in the last 5 years, but
just to interrupt, just so you know, episode 560 was our 10th anniversary show. That was November 23rd, 2021. So about 18 months ago or so, maybe a little more. That was the last time we had Sunny on the show.
She was in a really good place too, at least we thought.
I mean, she was living near Atlantic City with that dude, yeah.
Who was?
Oh no, Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida. No.
At one point, she was living outside Atlantic City. Where did the accident happen? Was that Florida?
Jersey. That was
Oh,
Jersey.
no, so that was Jersey. All right. Yeah, she was living on the shore, dude. She would talk about the view of the ocean every morning and stuff.
So yeah, so she invited. I guess she like saw like a picture of me on Facebook, and appreciated it, and was like, "Hey, who is this guy?" And then so she invited me to Medusa's monster truck rally down in, I guess, either South Jersey or Pennsylvania. But it was St. Patrick's Day weekend when I was bartending at the time, and that's just cash cow of a weekend. Like, and that's all I was doing at the time was bartending, nothing else. So that's like a $2,000 day. So like, I said no, and
Fool.
and she was like, I would have cooked you dinner. I would have done this. I would have done that. Like, we would have had good time.
Cooking dinner is a euphemism for what?
It would have been everything,
Getting your hot dog baked.
but I declined.
Well, we also had Josh Daniels on in the very early iterations of the show, and he told his story about hooking up with Sonny. And
Oh, there's been plenty of them that have been on the show that have done that.
Are we disparaging the good name of Sonny?
No, we listen. She's a
Kevin is just disappointing HK with his tale of turning down.
I was
for what?
turning back the clock about how I spurned her advances.
Ah, yes. Yes, I know a lot of people have some ill feelings towards her, but she's been nothing but nice to us. So
Yeah.
I don't have a bad word to say about her. I mean,
It just sucks with the decisions that she makes.
Sucks that she killed a guy.
yeah, don't drink and drive, kids.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
dude, never Uber all day.
She's paying the price for that one, man.
Did you get my text message?
That you fixed your counter.
No, I meant to say I almost had to reset my clock, Tony.
Oh, really?
That is, I never get up for anything.
Fuck, dude.
That was dangerously close.
Wow. Wow. A moment on the show, dude.
I was making some facials talking New Japan. I had the bubble guts, and then it was time, man. Woo! Almost shit my pants. Almost.
Wow.
Coming out of that Dark Side of the Ring episode, I had texted you guys because I had a thought and I just wanted to run it by you guys. So obviously, Michael's HBK screw job, all that kind of stuff. There was some bad blood that happened there, and there was at one point I think Brett said it was because Sean said he wouldn't do the same as far as putting him over, that kind of stuff. At the time though, wasn't Sunny also, she was plowing HBK, correct?
Yes.
And friends with the Hitman, correct?
Right. And then HBK had implied about Sunny Days.
Right, but I'm talking prior to the Sunny Days. They already had their bad blood backstage. Does she factor into that in any way at all? Because I could absolutely see her spinning the bullshit one way or the other between two of them.
See, I don't know necessarily, because then what does she get out of that? If anything,
She gets attention.
yeah, but
From the two top guys.
but she was very shrewd. I don't know if she would pit one against the other, because then where does that leave her?
With whatever one's on top.
But that's what I mean. Like, whoever she's friends with, she's going to wind up with him anyway, right?
Well, there's a difference. She was friends with Brett. She was banging Sean.
Did she come out and say that she was friends with Brett? Did she tell us that? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's so. Brett was a womanizer, right? That was his thing on the road, but
For
it was
real?
never with. Oh yeah,
Brett.
yeah. He had. Oh yeah, the ladies everywhere, bro. He didn't like the drugs or the alcohol. He liked the serviceable ladies.
Yeah, but
Hitman.
all right, fair enough.
So I guess that was so, and it's in his book, and his wife clearly had her reservations, right? And Sonny was very friendly with Brett.
Mhm.
So obviously his wife had some ill feelings toward that, and I guess the rumor around the office was that, Brett was friends with Sonny, but, his wife thought there was more there and there wasn't, and whatever. So that's why the Sunny Days line got so much
Yep.
heat.
Yeah.
But I don't see, hi, Nelly. I don't see why. I'm with Tony on this. Like, I don't understand outside of the attention of just being in the middle of it all.
Mhm.
Like, maybe she is like an attention whore, but
Okay.
other than that, I don't know.
Now, follow up then. If she's not spinning it between them, are they spinning it between each other? You know what I mean? Like, would that be a central point of frustration towards each other when there's a friend, there's another guy plowing, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tale as old as time. Obviously, when you interject that lady in there.
You see, it's weird because I don't know if people would have given a shit that Brett was friends with her and she was fucking Sean. I think they would have given more of a shit about Chris's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, people genuinely felt bad for Chris.
Right.
I don't know if they would have like really given a shit about Brett and, like, you know what I mean? Like, and why would Brett even care if she was fucking Sean? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, she wasn't exactly the favorite, but I can't see that factoring into like her relationship with, like with Brett.
Well, what if Brett wanted to?
Maybe he did. We don't know.
And he was spurned.
Maybe they
know.
were
He put
sworn
it-
to secrecy.
He put it all in his book. She's an open book, and he's an open book too. So
That's just a thought that I had.
Here's my thought. What
Oh.
if they were using Sonny as a spit roast and they were just yelling insults at each other?
why?
Like,
Why
fuck
do you
you,
have to-
Brett. No, fuck you, Sean,
Why
you
do you have to be
wonky-eyed
like
piece of
that?
shit.
To Tammy,
It's not to Tammy. I'm sure she'd be enjoying it.
you're the worst, dude.
What? She's
Why do
as
you have
Kevin
to
would say,
go-
what?
Why do you have to take it that route?
What do you
Here's
mean?
handsome Kevin. He's been mulling this thought over for almost a week. Can't wait to bring this up on the show. This will be a great conversation piece. He brings it up. Here we are. Here comes fucking Howard Stern Tony, doing the Die Hard. You ever think they fucking
Die hard, motherfucker.
You ever think they tried to throw bombs while they were pattering the Eiffel Tower? You think they had the Fink in the ring doing the play-by-play? Now, coming in Sonny.
Wow.
No, you can't just have a normal conversation. You have to go fucking triple X.
Fuck yeah,
Dunk,
dude.
triple X.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
What is that even?
I
a
tried-
reference to?
What's up?
So what is that even a reference to? What he just did?
Degeneration
second-
X, bro.
Oh.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, all right.
Come on, bro.
I tried very hard to get Magnum TA on the show tonight.
Like, how
So-
hard?
I
So
sent him
hard.
many Facebook messages, commented on many of his posts. Hey, bro, check your messages. Because I was like, come on, this is fucking tee it up, bro. He's got Dark Side of the Ring tomorrow night. This would be a great opportunity for old Terry Allen to come on the show and chop it up with us.
Terry probably wants 500.
He never responded, so I don't know what Terry wants. I know what he wants.
He wants his legs back.
He wants an electric scooter.
Jesus Christ.
What? You know how fucking
Howard
callous
Stern?
his hands are from pushing that fucking thing, probably.
Howard Stern, Matt.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
go
sure
that
James
route.
Harris's wife has a few of them laying around.
Hover rounds aren't that expensive. You
Oh, she's got a ton of socks she has no use for.
What is it, season 1 of the Wizards? Jesus Christ.
What?
Sonny getting spit roasted, people with no legs. I mean,
He had
come
no,
on.
first of all, he had no feet. He had like,
Well, no, I think they took it from the knee down, didn't they? They don't just lop feet off. They usually start at like the knee.
Oh, they
What are you,
take feet
fucking-
off.
yeah, they'll take a foot off. Kerry Von Erich didn't have a foot.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What did I see today? Kerry Von Erich was in a movie.
Footloose.
I was waiting for it. I didn't want to pull the trigger on it.
No. It's like a jail scene. He's next to like. He was in fucking Problem Child. He was a prisoner in Problem Child.
Prisoner number 2.
Problem Child, the Von Erich story.
Yeah.
Fucking, I knew I saw something weird today. Did you also know?
There we go. Fun facts.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Matt, take us over the top.
The reason why Steve Austin didn't want to take the Owen Hart style pile driver is because Steve Austin did the same pile driver to Masahiro Chono in 1995 and broke his neck, but he didn't know he broke Chono's neck until like 10 years ago. Like Chono kayfabed it.
He didn't show no.
Chono. He dropped
Cho,
it on his
yes.
head. No, I knew the Chono footage. I had no idea that he didn't know about it.
Yeah, he didn't know.
If he didn't know about it until 10 years ago,
Because he knew he hurt him. He didn't know he broke his neck. They kayfabed him on it.
Wow, why would they do that?
Japan, man, I don't fucking know. They wanted strong style.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't want him to like think differently or change his style or something like that. That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, but then we would have had awesome stories of Steve Austin visiting Chono in the hospital with like gift baskets and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry for breaking your neck, kid. Here, have some raw horse meat. It's on me. Austin comes in. He's got raw horse meat. He's got a Riberia jacket. A Riberia jacket. Riberia.
Riberia.
What the fuck's Riberia? Is that next to Apostle or whatever the fuck you said before?
It's in the Iberian Peninsula.
What the fuck?
Can we do your new gimmick?
It's not my new gimmick. It was Handsome Kevin's idea.
Can we do Handsome Kevin's gimmick?
Yeah. Handsome Kevin, you want to walk us through this the rules of this engagement here?
Yeah, pretty simple, Matt. You got your PWI brought up. You got a top 10 of some sort, and it'll be, it could be 1995 and 2005. It could be 82 and 2022. Matt will go down the list. We'll each pick one or the other from each decade. So
we're talking about rosters.
Talking about wrestlers.
Right, roster. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So if Matt says, in 1988, the number one, wrestler was Hulk Hogan. In 1998, the number one wrestler was Steve Austin. You pick one or the other.
Okay, gotcha.
We each get a pick. And then by doing that, we'll determine whether or not, 88 was better than 2008 or whatever year it was. But we each get you have to pick one or the other, and we'll determine which year was better. Be a little PWI death match of the decades.
All right. So I'm excited for this, guys. I went back, gentlemen. Now these issues are backdated, so they're both from the month of August, but the statistics are based off of are from March through April because of the way the PWIs were coming out. They had the August on the front, but they came out in like fucking June or whatever. Okay. Everyone's following me? You're all with me here?
We get it. We're familiar with the Weston aftermags, of course.
All right. So August 1987, our WWF top 10 list. It is compiled from March 5th to April 9th. August 1997, WWF, March 15th to April 13th. Your champion in 1987 is the Hulkster, dude. Your champion in 1997 at this time, The Undertaker. I'm going to start at 10 and I'm going to work our ways to 1, okay? 1987, number 10, The Honka Tonka Man, or 1997, number 10, The Sultan.
Honka Donka Man. No question.
Yeah, that's a honky tonk man for me as well.
Yeah. Fucking
3
cool, cocky, bad, and yeah, he's on there.
Am I in on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, we're going Honky Tonk Man across the board.
Yeah.
I suppose we'll have to go to the tiebreaker. We'll have to go to the chat. First one to respond.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, this is a competition? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's a competition?
No. We're gonna decide through our votes which decade was better at the time.
Well, 1987 is off to a roaring start.
Oh well, don't worry, because number 9 is gonna make you scratch your head.
Scratch my balls.
1987, Coco Beware was the 9th ranked wrestler.
Everybody get up.
1997, DOA Crush.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, you know what? You'd be loco not to take Coco on this one.
It's Coco.
Come on, dude.
Really? I'm gonna say I hate Coco Beware.
More than
You're gonna
fucking
take Crush because you hate Coco?
Crush.
This is DOA Crush. This isn't fucking Shaka Brock
It
Crush.
doesn't matter who. Listen, I get the Sultan was Fatu and Rikishi and
Yeah, we're talking about this specific version of
Yeah, fucking
they had
DOA
a
Crush
They had a
sucks at
good run.
DOA.
They had main event matches.
DOA Crush sucks at DIC.
Yep.
I'm going with I love Coco. Coco had a nice little run.
This
speed.
was Pile Driver Coco. This was sometimes
Hey,
love.
Fucking
he was
Lothian, let him make his decision over there. You fucking
glorified job
politician.
guy. I'm going DOA Crush.
Oh, that means
You
Hell
guys
yeah,
are
me and
fucking balls.
we got to go to the chat.
Oh, Jesus.
So, all right, Matthew Birch. I'm going to go with you, buddy. Crush or Coco Beware?
Oh,
Come
Wait,
on.
so it's not the overall. It's just each individual one is a competition.
And you add
Oh,
which
okay.
yeah. Come on, Matt.
so
Come
we're
on,
working,
MB.
working out the kinks as we go. I don't know what the delay is.
It's
Yeah,
all right. We can go to number. We can go to
No,
number
I mean
8.
like the delay, like between when we say it and when they hear it.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
We can
All
check back with them. Let's go to number 8 while we wait to see what Matthew Birch has to say. 1987, number 8, Tito Santana.
This motherfucker went with Crush. You know what, Matt? You don't
MB.
rate anymore in my book, buddy.
Wow.
All right, what was number 8? I'm sorry.
Number 8 in 1987, Tito Santana.
Dude.
1997, Gold Dust.
Oh, shit.
I'm
That's
going
good.
97 gold.
That's
dust.
a good one.
Whole stuff with Pillman. He's already done 96 gold dust would have been a no-brainer. It would have been gold dust. 97 gold dust.
Wait a minute.
Oh, and 87 Tito. Where is Tito in between like his awesomeness and his jabron? Before
Hey, put me down for Gold Dust, man.
I'm going Tito.
I'm going Tito too.
Is Tito during this time?
To me, it's too close to his Intercontinental title reign and Strike Force stuff that like
It's
I don't know.
before. This is before Strike Force.
This
though.
is before Strike Force, but it's
Yeah.
probably after Intercontinental title.
Yeah, he's definitely former Intercontinental champion, former tag team champion with Ivan Putski though. At this point,
Yeah, so you know what the graph is too close. Like the bookends are too close for me not to pick Tito in this one.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
so-
Tito. Dude,
Three for
uncrowned
Tito.
WWF champion. Are you fucking out of your gourd?
Scott George, I appreciate you, my man.
Well, let's move on to number 7 here. In 1987, Hercules Hernandez. 1997 WWF. Triple H.
Oh, Triple H hands down.
Yeah, H, that's an easy one.
Yeah, as much as I like Herc and Jerk at this point, you got to go Triple H.
Yeah, I'm with you guys across the board. Triple H. This will be number 6, 1987. Adrian Adonis. Number 6, 1997. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold. Any era, Stone Cold wins. Doesn't matter what year.
Yeah, it's rough because this is prime Adrian Adonis. This is
Yeah.
Flower Shop. This is
Mhm.
WrestleMania 3 with Piper. This is the birth of Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake. But Stone Cold in 97. Well, Stone Cold in 97. Is he IC champ at this point?
Now remember, this is
This is
backdated
March,
to
April.
March, April. So this is WrestleMania 13.
That's the big.
Oh, well, it's not WrestleMania 13 yet, though, right?
WrestleMania 13, March 23rd. This is March 15th to April 13th.
Oh, Yeah, you know what? You got to go Stone Cold here. You have to.
You do. A part of me wants to go Adonis because that was obviously, to me at least, his most.
Oh, it's a big story for sure. Yeah. But this is the coming out party for Austin.
Yeah, it's Austin.
Yeah, I'm in on Austin.
You got to. Wow. All right, this is shaping up, man.
KJG, you say Austin or Adonis?
I'm
sorry.
I said Austin. Yeah.
All right.
No chance in hell I'd say Adonis.
No chance.
1987, top 10, number 5, Billy Jack Haynes.
Whoever the 97 is.
1997, Mankind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an all-star roster we're looking at right here on the 1997 side. With all due respect to Billy Jack Haynes.
Now that the top of this is going to get a little.
Well, I mean, I get it too because Billy Jack and Hercules were in a story at this point going into WrestleMania 3 as well. The Battle of the Full Nelsons.
Yeah, the match that I always skip when I watch the pay-per-view.
Well, in fairness, Billy Jack chose to blade after the match, so it is what it is.
All right, number 4, 1987, Andre the Giant. Number 4, 1997, Psycho Sid.
Ooh.
It's Andre for me.
It's Psycho Sid for me.
You know, as hot as Sid was at this point, and he was fucking hot. Dude,
sorry, Tony, go ahead.
This is Andre going into Mania 3, bro. This is his shot. This is the fucking greatest wrestling match of all time. You got to go Andre.
Yeah, you're right. I changed my mind. It's Andre.
Yeah, I'm going Andre too. This is a 4 for Andre. Right after Sid goes into WrestleMania 13, one of the worst main events in the history of WrestleMania.
Yeah, but Sid, fair enough. I mean, because it encapsulates WrestleMania 13. So yeah.
No.
Oh no.
Number 3, 1987 WWF Jake the Snake Roberts.
All right.
1997 WWF number 3.
It's got to be Owen Hart.
Ahmed Johnson.
Oh,
God damn it. What the fuck? Jake?
87 Jake? What was Jake doing in 87?
Honky Tonk. Alice Cooper.
That was WrestleMania
3.
It was 3.
Yeah. This feud set him adrift on the fucking addiction habit, if you believe his story.
Yeah, from that guitar causing fucking the addiction maker.
Yeah, the concussion call. Jeff Jarrett had a word for that, didn't he? Didn't he fucking have like a snide comment about it? This one causes concussions or some shit.
Heartbreaker, addiction maker.
Yeah, you gotta go Jake. I'm going Jake.
I'm going Jake.
Yeah, I have to go with Jake.
Yeah,
and I think Ahmed was past his prime at this point. No, like wasn't his hot year like 95, 96?
85. Yes, Ahmed Johnson burst on the scene before Jake did.
Like this is around the time that Farouk was kicking him in the kidneys.
So 97 is like WrestleMania 12 or 13. He's
13
with like LOD against the Nation of Domination when
street fight,
Crush and Savio and Farouk.
And they had a street fight at SummerSlam, right?
No, so Ahmed was in the New Nation. They weren't involved in that match. That was DOA versus the Bariquas.
Yeah.
No. Oh, then I'm thinking 96. 96 SummerSlam.
96 SummerSlam.
The one at the Meadowlands.
Was Shawn Michaels. No. 97 was Meadowlands.
But then Ahmed Johnson was in a.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't in a match.
Oh, they came down the aisle next to us. That's all right. Yep. Now I remember. Yeah.
Or not, or to the aisle of the stands. That is.
Yeah, they walked right past us.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's Ahmed? 97. Ahmed Johnson.
Then his stint in the New Nation lasted literally like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he showed up and blew his knee out.
Yeah.
He's beating Savio Vega and Crush on Raw.
Yeah, triple threats between the Bariquas and the NOD and the DOA.
Not at this point in 97.
No,
you got to remember, it's August, but we're going back to March and April.
Yeah, it's true.
So he's not involved in that until.
So we didn't get tostadas, Boricuas.
Yeah, you're not getting that until. Oh God, remember the fucking 3-on-1 at In Your House, Cold Day in Hell, the Nation of Domination against Ahmed Johnson.
Was the gauntlet? It was a gauntlet type scenario. You had to beat one and then go to the next, and then
was one of my favorite Savio lines ever. They kicked everybody out and Savio didn't leave. The official turns. Savio just looks up at the official and he goes, "What? I stand here." The official's like, "No," and he goes, "What? I don't stand here."
He had another fantastic line. It was like they messed up the DOA's motorcycles in the back or some shit, or like outside. And he's like, his face is right on the camera. And he goes, "I don't know what happened. I got my license, you know?" And then he takes a punch to the face from somebody, and the brawl just broke out.
Matt, what's the next guy or person?
This is gonna split the room. 1987 number 2 WWF Randy Savage. 1997 Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret Hart. Macho Man's mid card, Bret Hart's main event.
Yeah, but he's just coming off of WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, but Bret's already established as a world champion. Stone Cold is coming up. Savage Steamboat, man. Look, 2 of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history. You got WrestleMania 3, WrestleMania 12.
Oh fuck,
13.
Yeah, sorry.
It's Bret.
You got to go Bret. You have to. At this point in his career, you got to go Bret.
And everyone knows I'm a shill for Bret, but it's got to be Bret.
And as much as I love Savage at this point, and I'm a homer for that fucking match, you got to go Bret.
I'm also going Bret.
Well, of course, but you know.
This is the toughest one for me.
It's tough, bro. It really is.
I mean, Savage at this point is just so good. I'm a huge Bret guy, but it's like, do you take the time period against the time period? And I think I got to go Savage. I'm gonna go Savage.
Look, I get it. I mean, the story's fantastic on both sides, but you really thought that Steamboat wasn't gonna fucking wrestle again,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was some scary shit as a kid. Seeing Bruno have to step up to Savage because Steamboat was fucking going to the hospital.
Yeah,
it was crazy shit. I don't blame you for taking Savage. I really don't. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here, but
not with that one. Yeah. Matthew Birch and Crutch was a wrong answer, but
3-1. We're going Bret.
Don't be mad about Crush.
Intercontinental champions at the time.
Ricky Steamboat, 1987, number 1 ranked, right behind the Hulkster, and Rocky Maivia in 1997. Not The Rock in the Nation. Rocky Maivia.
So he is IC champion at this point.
Yes.
Faced the Sultan at WrestleMania 13.
That's correct.
Steamboat faced Savage at WrestleMania 13.
To me, this is
you got to go Steamboat.
This is no debate. This is Steamboat.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm on the Steamboat.
I'm also on Steamboat, but it's hard not to think Maivia after WrestleMania. He comes out, he beats Leif Cassidy on a Raw's War.
Oh fuck! Then we got to change our shit.
So that's everyone for Steamboat.
Yeah.
All right, now what do we do when we're in a 5-5 tie here?
Well, we all went Hogan.
Oh, are we doing that's the breaker, the champion?
Well, I mean, you have to, right? That's the champion's the top of the list.
Okay. Your 1987 WWF champion Hulk Hogan against your 1997 WWF champion, The Undertaker.
Before we decide this, who was number 10 on the 97 side?
The Sultan.
Oh, that's right. Fucking no-tongue Sultan.
I think this is going to be a win for 87 because it's Hogan.
It's got to be Hogan.
Yeah.
Fucking Undertaker. This is Undertaker's second title reign.
It was
he beat Sid.
Proxy.
There was so much dumb shit going on in this title match. Like Bret came out and fucking cried about shit. And
well, he beat Sid. He fused with Farouk at King of the Ring.
Oh, it was such a bad.
It's a forgettable run, and it only lasts till SummerSlam.
But this is prime Hulk Hogan conquering the Giant.
Yeah.
This is fucking primo Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, this isn't even close. This is like.
Yeah, I go Hulk.
You gotta.
Brother. That gives 1987 a narrow victory, 6-5.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Close.
Yeah, I mean, you got Bret Hart's 97 was fire.
It wouldn't have been as close if some idiot in the chat didn't fucking pick DOA.
Hey, I picked fucking Crush, dude.
Well, we got 2 idiots on the show too. What do you want me to tell you?
So DOA Crush was hot, like they were involved in feuds with DX. Like they peed on his truck. Like,
What did Coco do at Mania? Nothing. He wasn't even at Mania 3, was he? Or did he have an opening match against Butch Reed or something?
no, I think he might have. That might have been the match.
Fuck.
WrestleMania.
Now I gotta look. Yeah.
I got you, D-Donk. WrestleMania
D-Donk.
3. Butch Reed defeated Coco Beware in under 4 minutes.
There you go.
It was the match in between Danny Davis and the Hart Foundation against the Bulldogs and Tito and the IC title match. So it
Danny
was
Davis
in
wasn't
between.
on this list at all. That's crazy.
Who?
Danny Davis wasn't on this list at all. That's
He didn't make the top 10, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
That's blasphemy, is what that is.
5 through 7 in 87 didn't get a single vote. Billy Jack Haynes, Adrian Adonis, or Hercules.
I mean, the 2 guys were feuding with each other, and Adonis, unfortunately, he drew Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
fair.
that's a rough middle of the pack right there. It's Triple H, Stone Cold, and Mankind against fucking Hercules, Billy Jack Haynes, and Adrian Adonis. That's a rough fucking hill to climb for 1987.
Who was
87
Triple H?
still came out on top, though.
Who was Triple H against in
Hercules.
So I'm trying to go back to think like March. I'm not changing it. But
No, give me. I
March-
can
And
look it
that
up
was a
for you.
hell of a feud too with Piper. Fucking
Mark-
No More Pit, where they destroyed Piper's pit. It was Morocco. It was fucking Cowboy Orton. Jimmy
Yeah.
Hart was involved with this shit.
And I'm also thinking of Triple H's 97 because I obviously can't pick 87 like show for show. 97, I'm trying to think of like Triple H was like still like coming out to like what's it like?
Oh, hot pen match. Henry
Like-
Godwin, wasn't it?
No,
Okay,
that's
let's
not
see.
before. So it would have been like he had feud with Gold Dust.
Yeah, like
Uh,
China like just comes into the picture.
Yep.
He does not. He wrestles Gold Dust at Mania.
Yeah.
He beats
King of the
him.
Ring. He has King of the Ring that year as well.
Yeah, but that's after the time frame that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Good pull.
Yeah, so in that time frame, he beats Goldust at Mania. He beats Bart Gunn on Raw. He loses to Goldust by DQ on Raw. Beats Jesse James on Raw. Loses
That
by
one might be a little
DQ.
closer than we gave it credit for.
Loses by DQ to the Undertaker on Raw.
No, he was up against Hercules, dude.
Dude, Hercules, like you said, despite how like interesting the story was, it was still a bigger story than anything that Triple H had going on until he joined DX and won the King of the Ring.
Did China debut at 13?
No, she debuted on like a Raw or something before that. But
When did she
was-
ragdoll Marlena?
So she came out of the crowd, didn't she, and grabbed her
Yeah,
from behind?
like
Yeah.
Marlena was standing against the barricade and trying to like totally wrap
Fucking
her up.
ragdolled the shit out of her.
Yeah.
February
Or no, that may have been
17th.
actually in the ring. Was that in the ring?
Wait,
There
February
may have been two different.
17th?
I think there were two different things.
February
It was-
17th when, Matt?
1997 is when China makes her debut. During
Oh,
a
so
Triple
China
H
was already
Goldust
in the
match.
picture at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
China was in the picture. So
Yeah, Triple H had the rocket sort of getting lit at this point.
not yet.
No, but it was starting.
He's probably still just getting over his punishment for the curtain call. Still.
Yeah, but he's also in there with a big name in Goldust. Like, go back and watch Billy Jack.
Goldust in '97
Hercules.
is not as big a name. Like it took Brian Pillman to make Goldust a bigger name again because that whole feud with Marlena over the 30 days with her and shit. Like Goldust was floundering.
After 3, Hercules is losing to Ken Patera and losing to Ricky Steamboat for the IC title.
Oh, he lost. Yeah, but that was some fucking savage shenanigans. That was another fucking black mark on Steamboat's title run because that was a main event. That was a Saturday Night's main event, and Savage didn't want Hercules to win because Savage wanted to be the one to take the title back. And then, whoops, honky tonky man.
Honky tonky man.
And Savage was right there with him celebrating too. So there you go.
I'm kind of with Kevin. I mean, I know we can't go back and change it, but that might be a little closer, the Triple H Hercules one.
Yeah, especially with it's only the month period that we're talking about. So
Yes.
so that's why it gives you pause for a second thought. That's all.
Scott George brings up a good point. Goldust was already coming off the year earlier, the parking lot brawl with Roddy Piper.
Right. But that's a year earlier. So that's not in the scope of what we're talking about. We're talking about his 1997 from March to April. So it wasn't great.
And I don't think Goldust went out on top. 96, I think he's at the end of 96. Isn't he feuding with Jerry Lawler?
Oh, Jerry Lawler called him the F word.
Yeah.
Yep. Got a pop for it too.
Right, like he's on that losing team at Survivor Series against The Rock and Jake and Mark Marrow and the Stalker.
Yeah, and you know who else is on that team? Crush. It's Crush, Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, but it's not
Goldust.
DOA Crush yet, right? It was just
No, it's
Jailbird
like,
Crush.
Yeah, it's Jailbird Crush. It's bone crunching action Crush.
It's fucking suck ass Crush. Always.
Listen, no one's saying Crush had a great career. I mean, Kona Crush and Evil Crush were like the two.
You know what? I hate to bring it up, but Ryan Schlong makes a point. Kevin based his Tito pick off of before and after.
Well, so all right, so I get that, but the spectrum, I didn't know enough about Tito's career, so I had to use some sort of logic that got my head because I didn't know where he was at that point. So I had to deduce it by what I knew before and after. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does that make any sense? Like, I didn't know where he was in his career between the IC title and Strikeforce. So I had to just go by what
He was the third man in a team against Danny Davis.
Yeah, his it's nothing to write home about.
Maybe we fucked up on that one. Maybe
Oh,
Goldust
man.
was the pick.
Because on Challenge after
no.
that, right, on Challenge and Superstars, he's all right.
I mean, I can't go by TV match results.
Yeah, but that's what they're basing it, right? That's what these magazines are basing it off of. They're not basing it off of house shows,
All right,
Yeah.
you're right. All right, yeah,
right?
you're
So after WrestleMania, look at this one. Billy Jack Haynes, Blackjack Mulligan, and Tito Santana defeat Iron Mike Sharp and the Shadows.
Ooh.
Shadow 1 and Shadow 2.
All right, now we got to go down the aisle. Who are the Shadows?
I believe they were also on the debut episode of Monday Night Raw.
Shadow 1
throwback.
is also
Yeah.
known as the
I
Assassin.
got
Assassin
you.
2,
Oh.
Black Scorpion Champion, Deadeye Dick.
Randy Cully, who was the
yeah.
original Demolition Smash,
Demolition Smash.
and Jose Luis Rivera,
Who was
aka Conquistador number
Conquistador.
1. Yep.
Yeah,
Holy
and then
shit.
a couple weeks later on Wrestling Challenge, Jim Powers, Paul Roma, and Tito Santana best Bob Orton, Magnificent Morocco, and Tiger Chung Lee.
Well, Orton and Morocco were already on the outs at this point. They weren't getting along. They were tagging up and walking out on each other. And then Don Morocco went on to become The Rock. Right in time for WrestleMania 4's tournament with superstar Billy Graham. Rest in peace. Old, what'd you call him? Jazz hands? Matt, what'd you call him?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I said a lot.
Called
of
him
things,
Mr.
bro.
Touchy Feely. You had a nickname for him. That's it. Dig for gold there, you.
I'll scratch it behind my ear, buddy. Well, look, for a first time test run, I think that went pretty well.
I like
Yeah, it was good times.
Fun.
It was good times.
87th the winner, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
87 wins, 6-5.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
And we
No,
love
no.
Matthew Birch. He just made a bad decision.
No, he did
Yeah,
not.
usually I'm with MB, man. MB's my guy. But
MB.
tonight, MB, you disappointed your father.
Me?
And your grandfather.
Me?
No, not you. Calm down.
Those are my initials too, bro.
I understand you gimmick
Pipe down
infringer.
over there.
Shinternet.
I'll fucking stab you in the eye with his pen.
Oh, what are you,
Oh.
fucking Moxley now? You gonna drink my blood and eat my bones too?
Is that what he does?
Yeah, it's what he says he does. I've never
You-
seen it.
Is he a bone eater?
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Hey, before we wrap up, what do we I don't think we touched on it. This bloodline. I mean, this story is is super far progressing. Jimmy, Jay, pushing Roman Reigns around the ring.
So can I ask, because I only saw, like, I just got home and saw the very tail end of SmackDown as he was Roman's walking out and turning around and saying, you know, he'll fall in line. So what, I mean, somebody walk me through what happened right before that.
Didn't watch the show, so I can't help you out.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because that's the only part that I caught, and I forgot that wasn't set to record. Usually I record it, but
so I got through the Austin Theory, Pretty Deadly versus Rolling Brutes. I got into the OC versus Hit Row, and that's when I lost. I couldn't keep up with it because I wanted to make sure that I got through all of New Japan. So,
all right, I got it for you. Triple H puts the belt on Roman Reigns. He grabs the microphone. He wants everyone to acknowledge him. The Usos music hits. They come out. Roman and Jimmy are engaged in a stare down. Roman demands that Jay kick Jimmy in the face. Jay didn't do it. Roman says he didn't stutter. Roman said, Jimmy, kick Roman in the face. So Jay needed to fix it by kicking his brother in the face. Jimmy chimed in and said the only one who needs fixing is Roman.
Ooh.
Jimmy said Jimmy can't fix it because Jimmy was the one who kicked Roman. Jimmy said he did what he did because he was being a good brother. And he said Roman hasn't been a good brother.
Ooh, but Roman's not his brother.
no.
I mean, they're brother, you know, like brother.
Like the Good Brothers.
Like
Did LG
Brada.
come out? Carl Anderson.
Brada.
Jimmy asked what kind of brother beats down his own family. And he followed it up by saying Roman has gone crazy. Jimmy said he's going to protect Solo, and Roman is only going to eventually kick Solo to the side. I like
Like a
that.
side piece.
Brada.
So Solo looked conflicted. He acknowledged Roman, but Jimmy and Jay are his brothers. Jimmy asked if Roman was going to wind up on the island of relevancy all by himself. Then Jimmy face-palmed Roman.
Oh, like a pie faced him.
Face palm, pie face, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm in.
The crowd chanted, holy shit. Jimmy stepped in and said, it can't go down like this. And Jay said he needed both Roman and Jimmy. Jimmy said that they're stronger together. Jay's right. Jimmy said they're all brothers and they should do it together and run the damn place. Jimmy kept asking if they're still family and if they're still the ones. Roman looked aggravated. Roman and Jimmy embraced, and it looked like Roman was crying until he put the microphone to his mouth and he said no. From there, Solo gave Jimmy the Samoan spike. Roman walked out of the ring, and Solo looked over his brothers before walking out with Roman.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Off mic, as they're leaving, Heyman asked Roman about Jay, and Roman said Jay will do what he always does, which is fall in line.
Weird. I like how they're building
Means he's not going to.
Ooh, what if we get Jay's the one that got left behind? What if we get Jay and Sammy and Kevin Owens in a triple in a 6-man?
Wait a second. They were both of the Usos were in the ring
Yes.
as it went off the air. So it's just Roman, Heyman, and Solo that walked out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Jimmy got laid out, and then
Yeah.
Jay was there to comfort his brother who sold the shit out of the spike.
Right.
Interesting notes in the chat, by the way. Scott comes in. Tito had the first ever match in WrestleMania history. That trumps all. Matthew Birch, sorry to disappoint you, HK, but I was always a fan of Crush.
That
Dude.
makes me more disappointed.
Tito Santana beat the Executioner, who was a freaking wasn't even a thing.
And
It was
WrestleMania 1 that doesn't fall into the
that's 85.
Yeah.
The Executioner was Doink, wasn't it? No, Matt Bourne wrestled Ricky Steamboat. Who
No,
was
Matt
it?
Bourne.
Buddy Rose?
Yes, it was Buddy Rose under the mask. You're right.
Yeah.
He beat somebody. He beat Playboy Buddy Rose, former AWA Tag Team Champion
No,
Buddy
he
Rose.
beat the freaking Executioner, which is the lamest attempt at trying to make a job guys seem relevant.
Well, you also got to remember too, WrestleMania was not like it wasn't up and down like every match had a meaning. You know, like they were preliminary matches on the show.
Fair.
Yeah, fucking David Sammartino had a match.
Oh,
Sure did.
Brutus.
boy.
Also, HK, you are in no position to question anyone's love for anyone because you like fucking Savio Vega like more than a normal person should.
Dun, dun.
I fucking love Savio Vega.
All right, so what if Matthew Birch loves Crush? Don't fucking shit on him for that.
You know, all right, Matthew, we'll talk. Right, we'll talk. But
Talking to me or him?
MB, I'm talking to MB over there. We'll talk. But no, Crush is nowhere near in Savio Vega's league. Not even close.
Yeah, Crush doesn't even have his license.
Yeah.
Crush is dead.
So that's why he doesn't have his license.
That's depressing.
Well, Savio walks like he is.
Spitting facts over here.
Savio does not walk like he's fucking dead, Tony. You see that sweet ass kick he threw at the.
I mean, he's no
Backlash
Dutch Mantel in
parade?
the walking department, but he's
Well,
no, he's
no.
got no shakes in the fucking like I can, you know, run down the aisle if I need to.
Down the aisle. KJG, will you be joining us next week for your birthday, sir?
Yeah, while you were shitting your
Yes.
pants, he said yes.
Yeah, you were resetting your counter, whatever that means.
So
I
you
was
didn't,
avoiding shitting my pants, Kevin.
you didn't put a little wax seal on the communique, like everything was good.
We're good. I just
A
had
little dime mark.
had to go out there and blow it out, buddy. It was time to go.
Yeah, I'll be.
The referee clicked the pen or the
Dude, something was clicking. It was time to go.
fucking Antonio Inoki was in the aisle.
Oof, that was close, dude. That was a close call, but we're good.
All right.
All right. Well, I got working on possibly a guest, if not next week, the week after that. I've been in talks with one bad dude, Tito.
Ooh.
So hopefully we'll see bad dude Tito on the Wizards. I guess we're doing Wizards Court next week is the thing.
Hey.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Shit.
So that'll be fun. Oh, all
Wow.
right. Well, thanks for listening. Oh, hey, we're back.
Oh, hey. Hey, what's
We
going
appreciate.
on?
We are in the process of rebranding the Patreon. So just bear with us. We've got what?
It's a time with the music.
I understand what you're doing. You're having fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
What we do.
Yes.
Tony, please.
Yes. We're rebranding the Patreon. We're not reading the Patreons because we don't want to. We're just in the process of rebranding it. Oh wow, look at that! Hey, that's
Yeah,
kind of
I was
fun.
playing with it. This is going to be like the King template.
I like that. That's kind
Yeah,
of
it's kind of
fun.
neat. This one
Covers
wait,
your stupid name though. There's handsome Cameron.
there
All right,
it
so
is.
we're rebranding the Patreon. We will keep you posted on all of that great stuff.
How do I?
In the me- in
I
the
don't know how to put other
meantime-
people up top. There we go.
Tony,
Yeah.
you're the one that
Tony,
complains
Tony,
about
Tony.
going long all the time, and you're the one keeping us from fucking ending this show. Fucking stop.
Remember, rate, review, subscribe. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast at
Boy, will
Wizards
we ever.
Podcast on all platforms. We appreciate the support. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We had a lot of fun.
Good night, Diana.
Good night, Mom.